Microphones on. There we go. And get out of studio mode.
Whoa, look at
Hey!
this overlay.
There we go. Did a thing. Hi, Internet. Welcome to this show, which is Stranger Things, the one shot slash. Oh, by the way, if you're here thinking it's going to be Stranger Things, like the show, the game, then I'm sorry, because that's not what it is. This is D&D as written by Mike Wheeler from the show. Like, if you look, it even, like, look at the little E. Look how cute. Mike Wheeler. Search for the Thessalhyrda. It's also if you haven't seen it, it's actually drawn up like it's on loose leaf paper. Like, it's all lined paper and the text is handwritten. But, yeah, this is the box. They even went so far as to distress the box to make it, I mean, this is a brand new box, but to make it look like it's a distressed red box. Yeah, so this is a starter set. It is basically the 5th edition starter set you get with Lost Mines of Phandelver. Comes with the exact same dice, except for a level 1 to 4 campaign. It comes with a level 3 to 4 campaign, which is kind of interesting that they went that way. Also, we know Wizards has some problems with binding, but they sewed the binding on this soft cover starter set of rules, the free ones you can just download on the internet. The original ones were stapled, but this one is sewn. Anyway, that's enough from me about this. I have a lovely group of players here, and we are going to play through the hunt for the Thessalhyrda in just a second here. The D&D Beyond overlay, you should be able to refresh it. It should have everybody's characters there. So I will tell you that they're all playing the starter set pre-gen characters that came with the adventure, but I gave them the option to go in if they wanted to move around ability scores or swap the spells and that kind of stuff. They could do that. If they wanted to spend any of the little bit of 3rd level gold they had, they could do that as well. But for the most part, it's as it is in the book, and we're going to run it as close to the book as they'll let me do. We'll see what happens. So I guess what I'll do first, before we dive into the adventure, is I'll go around and have everybody tell us about your character. We're going to get to know these characters over the next couple hours, but Celeste, we'll start with you. Tell us all about Sir Niles.
Yeah, hi everybody. My name is Celeste Konowich, and today I will be playing Sir Niles, who is a human paladin, and he's getting back into adventuring after, a long retirement. So he's been out of the game for a while, but he's really excited to come back here and really make his grandkids proud, spreading the good work of Helm, just doing valiant shit. What's that word? Valiant things. It's going to be a good time.
All right, thank you. Jordan, why don't you tell us about your character?
I am playing what am I playing? Fissim? It sounded cooler when I wrote it down.
It's your character. You tell us.
I realize I've never actually said it out loud. So, Fissim Runecoat is a dwarf bard, and I wrote down funny stuff to remember. He graduated from the school, Dwight's Warhammer School for Dwarves who can't mine good and want to do other things good too.
Gotcha.
He wasn't a very good miner, so he minored in Bard, and now he's doing that and out adventuring, and it's gonna be awesome.
Great, love it. Jen, I switched up your names on the overlay. We're gonna fix that, but that's fine. Anyway, you tell the fans all about Maggie.
Hi, my name is Jen Vaughn, and I'm going to be playing Maggie, the Mage of the South Mall, and I am so excited to give you new coupons to our stores. But these, she's just got these coupon books that are full of fake coupons for stores that have been out of business for years and years and years and years. So, low-level scamming all around as a half-elf wizard from the School of Evocation. So,
gotcha. See, it's a very colorful cast we've got. Totally have been made up by kids too, which is the best part. And JB, tell us about your character, who I think is the most serious, I think, out of everybody.
I am your resident edgelord.
Yeah, there we go.
Her name is Trisley Qualantar. She is 181-year-old wood elf, lawful evil cleric, life cleric. She was cloistered for decades and decades, and she started to see the truth of the world, but it went against some of the teachings of Helm, and she was kicked out. And since then, she's become this cold, calculating, and apathetic person who's come with this group of people and is now doing...
So wait, you're playing Celeste in real life?
Yes.
Oh, man. Oh, shade
Deep
being
cut.
thrown right at the
Funny.
start. Wow.
I love it.
I should change her name to Tonowit.
Yeah.
Trisley Tonowit?
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Trish reminds me of my daughter.
all right. So to set the scene for you all players and viewers alike, the party has been summoned by Sir Tristan, the ruler of a small domain in a lonely stretch of mountains. A terrible monster called a Thessalhyrda has been attacking his realm. It is a strange and dreadful creature with 8 heads, like you would have on a normal Hydra, except the heads surround a large circular maw rimmed with jagged teeth. Its maw drips with acid, and its tail ends in a pair of sharp pincers. And he has summoned you because he knows... He's summoned you before to work on other little jobs for him here and there. And he wants you to basically take care of this for him. And we're going to basically start in the throne room. But before we do that, you guys have adventured to level 3 together and on several missions for Sir Tristan. Why don't you regale both me and the internet of one of those adventures? Just tell me how it went, what you did, the fun times you had, the zany edgelord versus small coupon versus, you know, forgetting or remembering grandchildren. I don't know. You tell me. What do you guys got?
So we fought a dragon. A
Oh.
dragon was terrorizing this town,
Sure.
and we were hired to take care of this dragon. And everyone was asking, where is the dragon? But Feasum had the idea of asking, how is the dragon? So we went and asked him, like, how is he doing? And it turns out he had a really bad toothache. So using the power of suggestion, I said, well, can I, you know, work my magic on your teeth? And used my mining skills to extract a dragon tooth, which now sits on my mantle at home.
You guys remember that adventure? It was a good time.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I
brilliant
remember.
time.
I remember that adventure because that tooth still stinks. I'm sorry, Fissum. You gotta burn something in there to take care of that. You know.
More of a wyvern.
fine,
than
it's fine.
dragon.
Yes. Always with the rules.
All right. So, again, you guys have been summoned to Sir Tristan's throne room. And he tells you again of this monster called the Thessalhyrda. And out of nowhere, seemingly, it's been attacking local farms, villages, and even his castle itself.
What?
And it's so...
No.
Yes, indeed. And he says, all of my soldiers together could barely fight it off. After each attack, it disappears into the woods and leaves no trail. My best trackers could not find it. I don't know where it is. I can't send my guards after it because they have to protect the castle in case it tries to attack again, as well as the people here in the town.
Logical.
I thank you. And he says,
You are a wise king.
he says, I beseech you all to hunt down the Thessalhyrda, slay it, and return with its heads. And he says, I'd like to get them stuffed and mount them up of my throne.
Well, I think that's something we can do for you.
Absolutely. You just point the way.
I mean, well, first we should negotiate, don't you think? Like, we're not a charity organization, so.
He says, how does 100 gold pieces each sound for this adventure?
I think that sounds good. What do you think, guys?
You are a
Folks?
very generous and wise ruler.
Oh, okay, all right.
Dollar signs for eyes for a minute, and then I kind of shake it away, and I'm like, yeah, that'll be great.
Agreeable.
And he says, wonderful. This is the kind of negotiations that I appreciate. He goes, since you were so generous in accepting without haggling other adventures. They sit there and they nickel and dime me for days. But you four accept right away. So
Kids these days.
So he says, for that, I shall give you this. And he has like a servant bring in a tray. On that tray is 4 healing potions. So you
Whoa.
each get a healing potion. And there are 2 bags of holding to bring the Thessalhydra's heads back in.
Oh, that makes sense.
And he says, also, and he kind of like surveys the party and he's trying to get a feeling on this. And he kind of looks more to you, Sir Niles, as it seems like this may be more your speed. And he says, perhaps this may be of assistance to you. And he pulls forth from the back of his throne his greatsword, Winter's
crap.
Dark Bite, and he hands it to you for the adventure.
I'm gonna blow out my mustaches in appreciation. and then, oh great king, I shall use your sword valiantly.
And as you look at it, Fisam, you can see this is made out of some very strange metal.
The sword or the tray?
The sword. It seems to be made, yeah, unfortunately, not the tray. The sword, well, all of you can even just tell, it's something strange about this metal. It doesn't fit the bill for anything that you've heard of or seen in this realm. Not mithril, not adamantine. Celeste, if you refresh, I added it to your character sheet. But for those of you curious, it is basically a +1 greatsword, but it is +3 versus Thessalhydra's.
Whoa! How particularly useful.
Hi, listen, Mike Wheeler, a benevolent DM, apparently.
You know, you could learn something from him, Ted.
Listen.
Ain't not over yet, Celeste.
Yeah, I was gonna say, take it
Just
easy there,
started.
champ.
Maggie steps forward just to shake his hands.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. And as she pulls her hand away, he's gonna find a coupon. It's 1 for 2 Thessalhydras. So you have the the honor and the privilege of paying for 2 killings if we bring back 1 Thessalhydra from Maggie, the Mage of the South Mall.
And he's just like, well, all right. And he just puts it on the tray and has a servant take the coupon away. So yeah, and he says, well, because it's able to strike seemingly whenever it wishes, the sooner this issue is dealt with, the better. So good luck.
Thank you.
All right, well we'll forego the usual like hero's feast and stuff and just get straight to business.
It
And,
says, wow, so what a great group of adventurers.
Yeah, a full stomach would weigh us down. So
It's like smart thinking.
Indeed, I get gassy and then I can't fight.
now that is very true. So all right, well, shall we? Triss? Fissam? The other one?
Niles, why do I have to keep reminding you?
All right, so you guys set out on the path to the forest on your way, trying to find the Thessalhydra. So as you guys are making your way out of the city and kind of on this path, you guys come across a merchant. And this merchant, he says, he offers you each an apple as you're walking by. And he says, got apples? You look like you're off to do adventure. You guys want an apple? I got 4 of them right here for you guys.
Oh,
Of course.
wow.
Didn't we just
Thank
establish
you.
that we don't want to eat?
Maybe I'll
Weigh
save
ourselves
it
down.
I'll save it for later.
He tells you, he says, you know, these local apples, I think they've tasted better since before the Thessalhydra arrived. So if you guys are heading for there, I think it's probably in the orchards. It's gotta be. These apples taste like crap. But here you go. He gives you each an apple.
Mealy
Ah,
and unappetizing.
thank you, sir or ma'am, for these crapples. I'm real excited about it. Do you have any peanut butter too to go with this? I mean, if we're gonna talk about flavor combinations.
He's like, yeah, actually I do. I mean, he
Wow,
goes,
brother.
he's like, that's a great idea. Actually, I could probably get rid of crappy apples with peanut.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are going places. I can tell.
Keep that
Apparently-
away from me. I already feel a little poofy. And back away from it.
Poofy, are you allergic?
Of course. All of my kind are.
Oh. Well then, which way to this orchard?
And he tells you that it is to the north. And he kind of gestures in a northerly direction.
How far is this orchard? Many days travel?
No, he tells you it's but a mere hour's travel.
Oh. And you think the Hydra just hangs out and corrupts orchards for the hell of it?
And he's like, well, I have no better idea. What else could be causing these apples to taste so poor?
Maybe like tainted water? Like, where's your outhouse situation?
And he's like, these are all important questions I should think about.
Who runs this town? Oh, wait, we just met him. Well.
Says, a farmer's life is never done. You see him like you see him like start to close up the shop as he's thinking about all of this stuff. Like, oh, maybe I should move the outhouse away from the He's not sure.
Sir, it's only 10 a.m. You need to sell the rest of your apples, don't you?
He's like, right, with the peanut butter. Yes. Sorry. It's got a lot on my mind right now. Like, literally just now. A lot running through my mind. Normally, things are pretty standard to sell an apple, get a little money, but now I've got a whole life to rethink. Well, really, just some architecture.
Ted, what time of day is it, actually?
We'll say it's 10 a.m. We'll make you accurate in your time.
Niles would like to give him a commiserative pat on the shoulder, just because Niles is a man of the common people.
Gotcha.
Tris gives him a commemorative gold piece for his time and information.
And he's just like,
close shop.
And he's like, I mean, that's a pretty good deal of gold for 4 apples. All right.
Ethan takes an extra apple and says, yeah, that is a good deal for 5 apples. And I take 1 more apple for myself.
All right. You guys.
Dip the whole apple in.
It's a power move.
Yeah, I like it. I'm digging it. All right. I'm learning a lot about the party right now, how they deal with this apple merchant.
Maggie rips out another coupon from her coupon book and hands it over. And here you'll see, this is half off admission to the Fruits and Brutes dumpster. So, you can throw away the rest of those apples if you don't sell them real, you don't have to pay the full price.
And he's just like, life's looking up already.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we won't waste any more of your time. Shall we defeat this great evil?
And
no, we need to handle these apples for a few more hours.
What are you gonna do with your core, Fissum?
Yeah, so I bite into this apple. How bad is this?
Let's find out. On a scale of 1
Welcome to the Apple Show.
On a scale of 1 to on a scale of 1 to 10, you'd call it about a 3.
Ooh.
Are we talking pink lady apples or are these red delicious?
These are.
Ted, we need to know. What does the module say?
The module says apples, but I will tell you they're Granny Smith apples.
Oh, that's the worst kind.
No, you're from old Granny Smith up the road. This is her orchard.
Yeah, it's
okay.
You would know that this is Bertram Smith. This is her grandson.
Oh, and your name again was?
And he'll tell you, oh, my name is Bertram Smith.
Oh, Bertram Smith. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I see you're full of BS. I got you.
And he's just like, closing up shop. But he starts closing up shop. It's like, Granny's gonna, this is gonna be rough. As he's just...
Is this guy talking about his life or maybe our game?
We will see to your orchard problem.
And he's just like, well, I do appreciate it. It's apparently, you go look. I'll meet you there. I have to finish closing up shop here, or maybe unload all these apples on somebody else. We'll see.
Tris is already like 10 yards down the road, slowly backing away.
Niles is blustering after you.
All right.
short little dwarf legs are catching up to you.
Okay, so you guys, so we'll say you guys head out. You're about 15 minutes outside of town on your way north to find these apple orchards that Bertram told you to go search for. When you see traveling down the road in a plain white robe with a symbol of two, we'll just go with Forgotten Realms, so two crossed hands with a red string kind of dangling there, and he comes. This is we'll call him a traveling priest of we'll make it Ilmater because he's more unassuming than anybody else. But his traveling priest comes wandering by and sees you all in adventuring gear setting out, and he says, "Well, were you for adventuring? What are you all doing out here? It's kind of I heard it's dangerous out this way. What y'all doing?"
We are here on a quest to save the land from a Thessalhyrda. Good day, brother.
And he
I
says,
wanna shake his hand.
"Oh, you do." And his hand, it's a firm grip for someone who looks so frail.
I'm a little bit sweaty because an hour is a very long walk. So
Fair. It's only 15 minutes, but you're already starting to sweat.
It feels like an hour.
And he says, "You know, if you're out here to also be ridden a realm here of monsters and such, there's a set of caverns not too far from here, and it's gosh darn full of troglodytes. They're everywhere." And he goes, "They sometimes worship things that are bigger than them. I bet you they'd worship Thessalhyrda if they had the chance."
How big are these troglodytes?
And he says, "Well, they're not, they're like," and he like gestures like a little bit taller than him. They're
6 to 8.
yeah,
8 to 10.
yeah, 6 to 8.
Is everyone here a detective? Maggie sort of like leans in and peers at him.
And he's like, "Nope, just a humble priest."
Wow, all right. Using the H word. Okay. So troglodytes.
Oh man.
All right. Well, maybe we'll add this to our list. Sir Niles, I feel like this is, what do you think?
Yes, well, if there are monsters, we should slay them. That's what heroes do.
You're not wrong. And I don't know why I went to you first.
Niles is gonna put his sweaty hand on your shoulder and like nod at you.
Yeah. Watch out for my puffy sleeves, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. So puffy.
Yeah. The diaphanous sleeves on Maggie's I'm gonna say silver vest and silver puffy shirt combo because it's the 80s. It's just
Gotcha.
a big wet handprint now on there.
That's unfortunate. All right, so you guys continue on your path, and at this point, the path was pretty kind of like plainsy grasslands. And as you're about a half an hour in, you can see the forest. There's like a forest that's started, and you would know based on the description that the orchard. These are not apple trees, but the orchard should be probably through this forest, more than likely. At which point, I would like everybody to make me a perception check, please.
10.
That requires dice.
10.
A 6. I'm dying out here. I'm sweating. I'm punched a little bit.
Was that a
20, not natural.
okay?
24 natural 20.
Oh boy!
Always have to outdo me. Always has to outdo me.
All right, so Tris and Fissam, you guys hear what sounds like an axe hitting wood, like chopping down wood somewhere not too far away from you, maybe up the path a little ways.
I hear a woodsman.
And I try to say it at the same time. So I'm like, I hear a woodsman.
Oh.
What? Where? I'm gonna wipe sweat out of my eyes.
Oh
I need you to get your shit together, old man.
Now, that's not a very nice tone, young lady.
I know it's not. This way.
So you guys,
I guess we're going this way. And I like roll my eyes as we follow it.
You can stay behind if you wish.
all right. So you guys, keep going.
And catch up with us. Why do you always assume I'm being mean? You're so judgmental.
Oh,
What? You're saying this to Niles? Oh my god, he's again, his mustache is just furiously wiggle as he's looking at you and just, you're always pulling me into conflict, but it's not gonna work this time, Roberta.
Okay.
All right, so you guys end up kind of curving around a path, and you can see that, yeah, it is. There's a woodsman there. Just tree is not too far off the road, and he's just hacking them down with an axe. You see a smaller sapling kind of fall over, and he sees you, and he wipes the sweat from his brow. He looks sweaty too, Niles. But you see there are several felled trees and like a cart with stacked wood.
it's 10 a.m. Like, how are we gonna do it 3? Like, sweating their skin off over here.
The sweat of the common man.
Oh my god. We're gonna play through the adventure, I promise. So yeah, he sees you and he waves and he can he seems like he puts down his axe, he walks over to his cart. He's taking a little break. He's got like a little jug of water. Or maybe it's not water. You can't really tell, it's a jug. He waves.
I take out 2 cigarettes that I have and
Yep.
I offer him one.
He takes one, for
All
sure.
right, and I press to digitation, light it.
And he's
I'm
like,
Dwarven stogies.
yes, yeah, that's right. And he's like, all right. And he's completely amenable to this. And
what brings you out here, friend? Why are you just chopping down the forest? Did it do something to you?
and he says, no, I'm just a woodsman. Figured this was a good place to be. The woods.
In the woods. Clever. And I go,
They'll call me a townsman, right? Thank you, sir.
I have a strong appreciation for the working man. My name is Sir Niles.
Oh man.
Have you seen a hydra by any chance in this orchard?
And he says, well, this, strictly speaking, this is a forest, but no. And he says, if I did, I probably
Some would
wouldn't.
call it God's orchard.
Oh, boy.
Actually,
And he takes a
Not
swig
me,
of
not
the...
me.
the
I was hoping to cut Niles off at the path. So
takes a swig of the jug and puffs away on this newly gifted dwarven stogie. And he says, no, but I have heard some caves nearby might have some troglodytes in them, but they say those caves are cursed. Once you enter, you get lost. It's like a labyrinth in there.
wow.
well, how did you hear that from? Because somebody must have gone in, got lost, and got out.
He says,
But if everybody who goes in is lost,
sounds like someone's hiding something to me.
yeah, I don't know if I believe you, sir.
You want to? Would you like to insight check?
I
the
would like to
woodsman?
insight check the woodsman.
All right.
That
Those
is
cigarettes
a
weren't like full of zone of truth weed or something.
17. Yeah, they are.
You get the feeling that he is telling the truth, but you know how a lot of stories start where people are like, oh, what they say, once you go there, you can never get out. And then when one logical person brings up that, well, then how did you know about this? And it just stumps everybody. He has, like, you just blew his mind right now. And he's
Sir,
just
do
like,
you
and he
mind if
takes
I-
a real long drag on that stogie.
While we're here, do you mind if I take a seat upon your fine log?
And he's just like, no, man, just whatever. Wow.
Ah, excellent.
And he's like, I hadn't thought of that. That's what they say. You know, it's the rumor about town and the forest. You go in there, you get lost. But you're right. That's probably just because somebody went in there and didn't come back out. That's probably what it is.
This is the kind of questions they teach you to ask in Bard school.
And he's just like, maybe I should go to Bard school.
I'm saying it's a noble profession, not that your blue collar job of chopping down an entire forest is bad. But
Hey, now he went to Bark school. All right, it's just one letter
true.
off, so it's not
true.
far.
And he's just like, he just takes another puff from the stogie. And he takes another long pull from this jug. At which point, your dwarven sensibilities and the being this close, the odor is quite pungent. And this is not water. This is some, like, the jug is all but missing the 3 X's on the side of it. Like, this is some kind of hooch.
What are you drinking, friend?
And he says, well, I don't really have a name for it, but I made it
And
myself.
I grab it out of his hand and I take a huge swig.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. And it is... Well, what's Fissam's... How does he feel? I mean, I know he was a bad miner, but how does he feel about other aspects of base dwarven culture? Because this is really...
Telling stories, singing, drinking.
Oh, okay.
I think
Then
he's all about it. Yeah.
Then this is unrefined for sure, but this is some very potent, like, woodsman moonshine.
Okay.
Nice. I thought you were gonna ask how he feels about like a a fruit forward drink.
Yes. Yeah. How refined is your palate? Your dwarven palate?
My bard palate is probably pretty good.
Yeah. No. It is like this could serve as probably alchemist's fire in the right scenario, or a pint of oil. Like, yeah, it will get you drunk, but, like, keep it away from open flames, which he doesn't seem to think anything of, that you guys are both smoking, like, cigars right next to this jug of just basically a firebomb.
No, we're protected by the narrative.
Oh, so Sir Niles is also Sir Niles of fourth wall breaking. These are things I need to know.
He has many skills.
I see. I'm learning.
Nose is
Oh
bleeding.
God.
I'll
What?
hand back the jug and be like, it's probably watered down. Good stuff.
And he's like, yep. He takes another pull from it. And the jug is about, when you have it, it's about half full.
Okay.
So you're not sure if he's been drinking it this morning, or that's just what's left.
No judgment from any of us, honestly. And Maggie, like, again, hear that rips out another coupon, and this is for you for this swig I'm about to take. It's 3 bottles for free from Jugs, Jams, and other corn squeezins. It's right around the lake, so
He's like, he says, this sounds right up my alley.
yeah.
What a poignant coupon to have.
Yeah, that's my I just like to help people, get some deals, real good deals.
And he's
And
like,
she takes a daintier swig.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, I don't know how used to moonshine Maggie is, but
Probably not. Probably yeah.
yeah. Then it's more like
turning.
where you get that in your chest. Yep.
I will say Moonshine Maggie sounds pretty awesome.
That sounds like 20 years from now, Maggie. Like
Next grift.
after the coupons catch up to her. So
Gotcha. All right. Anything else for this woodsman here in the woods?
Someone help
Woodsman-
me up.
Yes, and help up Mr. House. Mr. Woodsman, is there any, you've not seen this Hydra roaming around these woods or in Orchard by any means, have you? Just troglodytes, huh?
I says that's all. I haven't seen him, but I've heard of him. I heard they're in that cave. That's why I stick to the woods and not the cave. Also, no trees to chop down in the cave.
Yeah, it's logical.
I mean, that's as far as you know. You haven't tried, right?
But and he's just like
Maggie just hands on the hips looking at him like
another long pull from the stogie and a swig of the
More existential dread.
yeah. You've already like
Inflammation woodsman.
and he's just like yeah. Okay. All right, and he's like, well, it's back to chopping wood, I guess.
Well, Fissin, we've done all the damage we can with this one. So.
I mean, that's two people you've already they're rethinking their whole. The first, with the exception of the king. And
I mean, they're standing along Exposition Row. What did they want from us?
True.
Like,
that is true. All right, so you guys continue on for about the next hour, and there's sort of an opening in the forest, and it's very weird. It doesn't make any sense that there's this apple orchard in the midst of the forest, but there is forest all around, orchard in the middle. You come up to the orchard. And you can see it looks to be a Granny Smith apple orchard.
Ugh, worst kind of apples. I'm gonna walk for. Is there anybody around?
You can hear.
That's the rest of the party. Sorry.
Yeah.
Whoa!
And you can hear the creaking of what sounds like a rocking chair.
I take out my sword.
Okay. And you do.
Everybody be very quiet. I'm gonna walk forward. Like out into this clearing, clanking like all hell in my full like plate, being so loud, but I can't hear it, so I assume nobody else can.
Gotcha. I think you're in chainmail, just so you know.
Oh yes. I imagined plate, but it is true.
That's fine. You can think that it's plate mail. You come around the corner towards the front side of this farmhouse, and you can see an old woman just creaking in a rocking chair on the front porch, looking out over the fields.
Oh, madam! I'm gonna put away. Is she cute?
So she's...
Tell us about her symmetry.
Yeah.
She
got
let's
it going on.
She's probably in her 70s. Would be
Yes.
your guess.
Maybe a little too old for me.
I don't know. I don't know how Niles, what his deal is. I mean, she's clearly doing well for herself. She lives on this orchard.
Well, that is very nice. She has a very nice chair.
It does. It is a very finely crafted rocking chair that she's rocking away on this porch. And she kind of sees you. She turns and she looks and she says, "Oh, what are you doing here?"
Madam, we are here to save you from a Thessalhyrda that is inhabiting your orchard.
And she says, "Bah! Ain't no Thessalhyrda. Now, owlbears, we got plenty of them. But ain't no Thessalhyrda."
Lands. I'm gonna issue everybody else forward.
She says, "I ain't never seen no Thessalhyrda, but there's plenty of owlbears. I told my dang grandson Bert to come out and get rid of them. He ain't done none of that."
Oh, kids.
Maggie looks at the rest of them. She's like, "Well, if there is a Thessalhyrda, I think the 8 of us can take care of it." Maggie's trying to check her eyesight.
And she's just like, she's got like Coke bottle frames, and she's like looking, and she's like, "Where are the rest of you?"
All right, you caught me. I was just being cute. Did it work?
Yeah. And she's like, That's all you get from her. It's just this exclamation from her.
And is she a human?
She is a human, yes.
Human, yeah, okay.
Is this the grandmother to the guy that sold us apples?
You would guess based on the fact that she talked about her grandson Bert, and this is a Granny Smith orchard.
I'm just trying to follow along.
Yeah, hey,
okay? Gotta
listen. That's fine. I do want to tell you all, for those of you watching to see this playthrough, all of this is made up. I have 4 points that were like, these are people they meet along the way, and like with 2 lines of text. Most of this is the players, but that's D&D.
It's only polite to get to know people you meet on the road.
So at this point, we got a trinket donation. We're letting everything fly for this game. So, Sir Niles,
Yes.
you forgot about this. This thing that the king, and it's funny because it says the king gifted you with is the trinket, and you just were with a king. So, I would like you to choose, Celeste, what the king gifted you. He gifted you an animal.
Wow.
He gifted you a royal hound A lynx or a capuchin monkey?
No, I want a dog.
All right, you
A
have.
brave and valiant dog.
You guys forgot about, like, you just hear it barking like you might have left it in your.
It's like running up to us.
It runs
Whoa,
up the trail after you.
It's got a leash dragging behind it.
Why is this creature following me?
Sir Niles, that's your puppy. You don't remember?
Whoa, Snowball.
This dog is also, I'm going to say brown, right?
It's
not
yeah.
white at all.
taupe.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what color is? It's a royal hound, so whatever.
I think it's like a kind of a reddish, like basset sort of
Good.
hound.
So definitely Snowball doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Snowball. Oh, who's a good boy? I'm gonna try and kneel down. It'll take me a couple minutes.
All right. It's fine. You can get down, but we'll make you get the strength saving throw to get back up.
Get back up. Okay. I'm going coochie coochie coo.
How old is this dog?
Uh,
Is it as old as? Is it like old like Niles?
yeah, I think the hound has served valiantly in the kingdom for many years, just like Sir Niles.
Gotcha.
So we are a kinship, kindred spirits.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So
I
I
mean,
added.
if we're talking dog years, he's still pretty spry, but
I
Just
added.
like me.
I added a mastiff under the creatures section of your D&D Beyond character sheet, so that will be Snowball.
Thank you all for giving me Snowball, this beautiful gift.
All right. So, and she's like, yeah, owlbears. I don't get it. Who comes up with that? It's an owl and a bear. Well, we didn't need that.
Wizards.
Wizards.
It's actually a very convenient naming convention because you know exactly what you're going to get into when you meet one. An owl bear.
Well,
Owl and a bear.
that's true. It's not like that. It's like not like that chill touch spell I heard about that people complaining about. None of it makes sense.
You start talking about Thessalhydras. Is it a hydra? Is
And
it
a
a Thessal? It's not. What is it?
talk
is-
amongst yourselves. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves.
All right. So, Maggie, we've got a trinket for you as well.
Oh, thank you.
So let's see what yours is. Okay. I guess we're giving out animals tonight, folks.
Yes.
So, Maggie, you have a pet pink pygmy elephant, but only you can see it.
So all right, you gave me a drinking problem. Got it. Okay.
No, it's an actual elephant, but yes, that is what you have.
Pink
What?
There's Maggie going on about that elephant again.
So now we have to have the discussion. Can we hear and smell the elephant? Or do we not know it exists at all?
Okay, can Snowball see the elephant? I think is
Yes,
really
Snowball can, because, I like dogs or cats will just like stare at nothing and you're like, what are
Yeah.
you looking at? And it's
Now-
We've
Say I
solved
make
it.
a
Say, as
sequin
Jordan's
vest.
cat was staring off into nothing.
Say I made a sequin vest for my my pink elephant.
good job.
Will you be able to see the vest, but nothing else? Or does after it becomes attuned to it, then it disappears?
Yes, let's go with that. Yeah.
Okay, so so clearly something's there, but
You've got
maybe
all
I'm
kinds
lying
of
about.
shit hanging off of it at this.
It's just-
Check out my wall of coupons. All right, yeah.
Gotcha. This is
Alright.
this is what happens. We
This poor elephant.
that's fine. We like random pets here on Nerd Immersion. Anyway, so yes, Granny Smith is complaining about owlbears, but she tells you she's never seen a Thessalhyrda. But there's plenty of owlbears.
I don't know what I was gonna say. Is there team huddle up. Let me play you a song and I
Yes.
gather them together. Granny,
Alright.
if you could just give us one second, please.
She's
One
like,
moment.
she just rocks on her chair.
She's
Give me
really
a
weird, isn't she?
Oh, I think she's really
She's
weird.
really weird, isn't she?
What do you mean? I think she's quite handsome.
Well, I mean, okay. So we have an option we're trying to find the Thessalhydra. This lady has an owlbear option. Maybe she doesn't know what an owlbear actually looks like. She seems kind of confused, and the Thessalhydra is actually in this orchard.
I mean, it could be, but that other guy was just talking about troglodytes, right? Like, Do you think it's like pretending to be other things? Or people are dumb here? Which is it?
Well, they're not educated at a college like myself, so they might be very.
All
very
right.
dumb.
Look at this fancy boy. I know how to iron my pants. Okay. All right.
Why
Well,
not both?
that's a. Oh.
So, team, what do you want to do? Do you want to check out the orchard, or do you want to check out the caves that no one has ever returned from, apparently?
Which one's closer, Ted?
You don't know at the moment.
Literally,
How-
whichever one takes the fewer steps to get to is probably where we should go.
You would guess through some sort of divine guidance that it might be the caves.
Mm. Oh, the caves sound more heroic. So let us go back to the caves from which
They
no
could
one
all-
returns.
They could.
I did
all
major in
be-
minor and minored in bard, so we could try out the caves.
Wonderful.
They could
We're
all
qualified.
be calling the caves home. We should check that first.
I agree. Let's do it.
All right. So as you guys are going, you start heading off towards the caves, and some of you also find things because trinkets are abound. So Triss, you find a hematite ring that absorbs bad luck that was meant for you. It will shatter when it overloads, but just remind me of this ring when you roll natural ones if you do.
Ooh,
Okay.
That's cool.
Let's see. You also got a second trinket because people dig the edgelord.
Hell yeah.
Yes, they enjoy this character that you have put on.
Get it.
Yes.
So you also have how many of these that you find? 3, or you had them and you just are just remembering them as I'm telling them to you. 3 bottles of fortified wine. For your god demands you face adversity in the heightened state of holy euphoria. Apparently, that's what the trinket says. That's
Wow.
how you treat that. That's just what it says. And where's our bard trinket here?
Now everyone's like, Triss, let's hang out. You know, like.
Yeah, right.
No. Get away from me.
Last one. Here's our bard trinket for Fissum. Okay. Let's see. What? All right. So you have a pair of comically large glasses with a fake nose and a hilarious big black mustache attached.
Everybody, I just remembered something, and I reach into my bag and I take out a pair of glasses with a nose attached and a hilarious mustache, and I put it on, and I look right at you, Celeste, and I'm like, mustache.
No, it is a fine mustache.
I didn't know you
Come
had
here.
twins.
All the time. Marvelous. I want to reach out and touch it.
I let you.
Also,
Because it is marvelous.
Sir Niles, because this is what happens. Sir Niles,
Are we gonna play this game, or are we just
probably
gonna
no.
presents?
This is
The
what happens.
trinket hour.
This is what happens in my games. Sir Niles, you also remember that you have this this drinking horn, right?
Whoa.
But it miraculously replaces any liquid placed in it with a stout ale. And if you put a stout ale in it, it becomes stouter ale.
Wow, this is the coolest.
All right.
Just
All
me
right,
and my
well,
dog and my stout.
Maggie's, I've got a gift for you too, Sir Niles, for your many grandchildren. She rips out a coupon for a Dixon's Choco Fixins, and it's a 1 sweet per sweetie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Maggie. You're a sweet girl.
You know it. And then turns over to Fissum. And for you, I've got one too. It's a Arm and Hammered Educational Arm of the Institute for Tools, and it's 1 free class.
It's better than money. This is amazing.
Triss, I got nothing for you right now, but I'm still flipping through my books. She points to her wall behind her that's kind of floating and sort of disappearing as her pink
Adequate.
elephants.
I appreciate it and will cherish it for the lifetime of our friendship.
Oh, whoa, wow. I don't know what to say.
Good. Let's go.
All right. So as you guys are heading out to search for these caves, somebody make me a nature check.
No.
21 for Maggie.
All right, Maggie, with the keen eyes of someone who scams people with coupons, you easily you're able to posit the location of these caves.
It's there.
And you find the cave entrance. And when you guys arrive there, you can see that there seems to be a bevy of tracks of some kind there. But if you want to try to figure out what these are, I will either need an investigation or a survival check.
Snowball, go.
I will investigate.
All right, Snowball can make a survival check.
That is a 19.
All right.
I will cast guidance on the hound.
All right, Snowball gets a D4 on his advantage perception check here.
Oh, advantage. Okay.
Yeah, for sniffing.
Nice. Okay, that's a 19.
Plus a D4.
Plus 4, that's a 23. Best
All
check
right.
ever.
So Snowball smells. Snowball's also a dog, and no one can speak to animals. But Snowball.
I like to think.
Yes.
I understand my own dog.
Make me an animal handling check.
Who's a good boy? A 12.
Snowball seems on edge, as though like the smell is not a pleasant smell, like something is in there, and you can tell this one with yours, with your check as well, kind of corroborating Snowball's point, that the tracks seem to be from your bardic training, and there's owlbear tracks, there are troglodyte tracks, and some large tracks that could only be a Thessalhyrda, based on the description. All of them.
Thessalhydra's got a gang. Sorry.
Yep.
No, absolutely. I'm seeing a little of column A, a little of column B, and a little of column Thessalhyrda. So I'm assuming we need to dive in there immediately. Sir Niles, lead the way.
I shall. And I shall take out my sword and lead valiantly into this cave.
All
What
right.
do we as a group know about these potential threats?
Combined? Nothing, probably.
Yeah, so let's see. The Thessalhyrda, you know what Sir Tristan told you, kind of. It's an 8-headed beast with a large maw and a pincer-like tail. Why doesn't somebody make me, I guess, history or a nature check if you want to research about troglodytes?
I shall roll history.
Okay.
A 22.
Okay, you know that troglodytes are humanoid creatures. They are good at... They're sort of lizard-like in appearance, and as sort of continuing with that lizard-like nature, they're pretty good at hiding, as their skin has sort of a chameleon-like feature to give them aid in their stealth checks. They don't like the sun, and they smell awful.
As Triss is describing this, Maggie is trying real hard not to say anything, like just holding her tongue, like, doesn't sound familiar at all.
And then I guess for owl bears, owl plus bear equals owl bear.
We know enough about owlbears from the name.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so you stride forth, Snowball at your side, into this cave. Winter's dark bite in your hands, Sir Niles.
Yes, let us go to face evil.
As you enter into the cave, you can see that it kind of splits off in 3 directions. You've got basically left, right, and straight. And at this point, there's still enough natural light coming in that you can see fine. But as you dive deeper, it may pose an issue for only you, the one without dark vision.
What?
We should split up.
So Niles, what is your regular vision too? Not to, you know,
Yeah, that's true.
not to knock on your coffin door or anything, but
It is perfectly adequate.
He has a seeing eye, dog.
Oh my god.
That's
nothing
Snowball.
wrong with that. I too have got a seeing elephant that only I can see.
Sure, yes, yeah.
All right, Thrasher, do your worst on Triss.
Yeah, if someone could hold a torch, I would very much appreciate it.
Maggie,
Are we going down the same path together, or are we splitting up?
Well, if you think I should handle this on my own, I am a brave hero.
and we all notice Sir Niles' shirt underneath his chainmail is red. So
Brown pants, red shirt.
Yep. All right.
No, Maggie will go with Sir Niles
Okay, so
and Snowball.
you guys have basically left, right, straight. What's the plan?
Left.
Okay. So this entry hall that you're in is pretty rocky. No real footprints due to the rock floor, but seemingly that's it. As you continue, it's a staircase, or like not staircase, it's stepped going down, and you can see what looks to be about a 10 by 10 kind of, again, not natural room. It's a cave, so it's all kind of craggy. And then you can see on the other side is this rock's kind of, the grade goes up on the other side across this room.
I will cast light on something of Niles's, whatever he uses.
Good God.
Whatever you choose. I'm not frightening you, old man. Where do you want the light to come from?
I suppose my armor, so I cannot lose it.
So, smart.
All right.
Okay. All right. You
I'm
now
the
have,
shiny boy.
so you can easily see through this, past this room, and kind of, you can see the hallway kind of curves away on the other side. So you're coming down a grade, got a 10-foot roughly square room, and then a 10-foot in the grade going up.
All right, Maggie sort of tries to lead the way, but probably Sir Niles is jostling for
Just
front. So we just kind of like walk like we're, the monkeys down the stairs. Steps, yeah,
Okay.
crisscrossing each other's limbs. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry, pardon.
All right.
I'll linger back just a little bit with, is it Freesome or Fressum?
Feisum?
Bison. There's no.
Yeah, there's no R in it.
Well, my handwriting's bad, so don't judge.
Fair.
I'll back up and pop the cork on one of these 3 bottles of fortified wine.
Yeah.
Take a little swig myself.
Nice.
And hand some to my dwarven companion and say, Helm watches over us.
Helm is a good deity. And he downs as much as he possibly can of the swig that he gets.
All right.
Ooh, that was a big drink.
Yeah,
It's really good.
All right. So as you guys are traversing this room, I would like both Sir Niles and Maggie to make a dexterity saving throw. As you guys standing back notice that the roof begins to collapse.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
That is a 2.
Yeah, that's a 9 for Maggie.
All
I'm
right.
way too drunk for this.
So you both will take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as the roof collapses and blocks off the path that you guys were trying to traverse. And somehow, miraculously, Snowball just knew and didn't go. Or just dodged out of the way. I'm not going to kill the dog on the first trap. Snowball's fine. Snowball's fine.
Just 12 points of damage for both of us, Shug.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That sounded
Isn't-
like it could have killed them.
Isn't 12 the age of your youngest grandchild?
Don't
Niles.
remind me. Ow.
All right, so we can all, and it's completely blocking. There's no way.
Yeah, so the path you were going on is blocked off.
I've got some smith tools and various. Can I figure out a way of like being a dwarf. I know the rocks. I'm like, oh, if we just remove the keystone, the rest of it'll slide away, and then we can keep going.
Yeah, sure. Make me a stone cutting check.
Okay. Is that intelligence? What would you say?
You sound like you're doing this more with a wisdom, I'm gonna say. So we'll go with wisdom plus proficiency bonus plus a double proficiency bonus because stone cutting.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
All right. You know that for sure you can definitely get through this, but it's probably gonna take some time. And it's also going to be banging on rocks, so it's probably going to be loud in a cave.
Guys, wasn't there another path we could take? Maybe we try the one with the less rocks falling from the ceiling?
Yeah, there were 2 other ones, so.
Oh, perhaps.
So we're all on the same side?
Yeah, we'll say for convenience sake. You guys hung back, and they made it halfway through, and the rock slide sort of shunted them back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes. Perhaps it all wraps around into a central location.
Let's hope.
All right. So you guys have basically back in the main room, you have straight and right.
The right.
Absolutely.
Okay. This, again, similar.
The right.
It's sort of, you can see that this kind of steps down. And I would like, who's going in front?
Me.
Oh, all right.
And me, I'm trying very hard.
All right, Fisum and Sir Niles, I'd like you guys to make me perception checks.
Oh boy. A natural 20.
What? Sir Niles, you're on point. That really
natural
jostled you back to your adventuring days, the being almost crushed by rocks.
Oh,
And you hear from the other side, you hear like a woo, woo from the path ahead. Sir Niles is gesturing emphatically.
It's no time for a game of charades. What do you see?
There's a beast sleeping on the other side of these rocks. Be very quiet.
Does it sound like an owl or a bear?
Did it?
Yeah, it sort of sounded like both.
Sort of like both, if I would have
That is
to
a good
guess.
indicator.
Indeed. What do we do?
Well, yeah, we'll try tiptoeing.
Okay. Then I would like you all to make stealth checks. Remember that, Sir Niles, you are at disadvantage in your chainmail.
So I know that we're all super dumb and super loud, pots and pans robots. So I'm actually going. Hold on.
He trusts nothing.
No, I don't trust shit. Oh man. Well, no, I'm gonna hold on. I was gonna ready to cast silence, but I don't know where we're going, so that wouldn't really serve us.
Okay.
But I'll cast guidance on Niles, my friend.
All right. So, Sir Niles, at disadvantage, good sir, but with guidance. Stealth checks, please.
That is a 22 for Fisum.
What is it? Nobody knows.
Who are you?
I think it was one of those things where somebody in college got his name wrong, but he was too embarrassed to correct him. So half the college knew him as this, and the other half knew him as that. So he's like, yeah, just because it goes along with it.
Sure.
Gotcha.
Sir Niles got a 15.
All right, Sir Niles.
Oh, Maggie the Mage of the South Mall got a 13 as well.
And
I too have disadvantage and a +0 to my stealth, but I rolled a 14 and a 19, so 14.
all right. So miraculously, somehow, the sleeping owlbear does not wake as you tiptoe past it, the group of you. And actually, I'm sorry, as you're getting into the room, you can see that there is 2 passageways out of this room. There is, I guess, if you're looking at it from a top down, as I am, in this room, you could go straight or right. And obviously, left would be the way you're coming from. So, which path would you like to go? You can talk whichever way you'd like to go. I'll give you the into that room.
Which way?
Straight.
Straight.
All right, so you're coming into the room and banking left then, yeah? Or you got... Oh, I'm giving you from the top down, so you want to keep going the heading you're going, I'm guessing. Gotcha. Okay. Got it. So, you go through here, and you can see in this room is a natural spring feeding a 10-foot deep pool of clear, fresh water. And there is one path that continues to your left.
How close is the path to the water?
You don't have to go anywhere near it if you don't want to. You've got about 5 to 10 feet between the wall and the pool of water.
All right. No one's feeling thirsty, are they?
Oh, actually, now that you mention it.
Oh, well, hold on.
I uncork some of my fortified wine.
Yeah, give us the good stuff. Maggie's gonna reach a little hand out and make a little like snip motion with her fingers and cast detect magic in the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the pool of water is not magic. You can see the great sword is very clearly magic, as is the healing potions that you guys have.
So it's just regular water?
Just looks like regular spring water.
Yummy.
All right. You drink at your own cost and all that, or no lifeguard on duty.
I'm already doing it.
Bison looks up and says, "What?" And he's already had his head down there drinking as much water as he can fill.
Okay, so Bison, as you're there, let's see what happens here. What's your armor class?
That's a great question. That's 13.
All right, you are able to shift out of the way as a frog the size of Snowball leaps from the pond to try to get you. I need you to roll for initiative against this giant frog.
Giant frog.
Yes.
What are you doing living under the ground?
Only an hour and a half into the game.
Yeah, I know.
No. 10 for
it's
Maggie.
our fault.
10 for Maggie. Sir Niles.
Got a 9.
9. Fison.
15.
And Triss.
1.
1. Oh, wow. All right, giant frog. Okay, so Fissam, you're up first as you reel back from this giant frog who tried to bite your face.
Wow.
I say, "Watch out!" And then I pull out my rapier and I stand up and I attack it.
All right, make an attack roll against this giant frog.
That's a 7.
You miss. The frog is too agile with its froggy nature.
We've got a live one, folks.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. I'll just gotta swashbuckle. I don't know.
Gotcha. All right. Flourish as you will. Maggie, you are up next.
Maggie takes a on guard stance as if she's going to do some rapier fighting, but then again does a little snip, and she casts a ray of frost. So you see like a white beam come from boop, boop, in between her fingers towards the right in between the frog's eyes.
All right, let's see it. What you got?
Big ol' 8.
The frog squishes down, and the ray of frost goes over, and it freezes a little piece of the pool. And that's ice water.
Yeah, that'll come in handy later.
Sir Niles.
Okay. So Sir Niles will charge valiantly, and he'll stumble sort of closer to this frog and get his big sword out and be like, "Oh, hold still," and then try and bring down his big sword.
Okay.
15 on the dice, so that plus 6, so okay, a 21 to hit.
Yes, you managed to hit this elusive giant frog.
Yeah. Okay. And then that will be 14 damage total as I bring down my big sword and wow,
yeah, you almost cleave this frog in twain. It is clearly bloodied from your massive strike against it.
Oh, my back.
Anything else, Sir Niles?
I'm just gonna wait, let me see. What is my healing hands? Is that
That's an action, yeah.
Okay. I will drink a potion because my back hurts.
Yeah. Letting potions go as a bonus action. That's not D&D rules, that's my rule, so keep that in mind. Then it's the frog's turn, and the frog is going to strike out. He's going to try to bite you, Sir Niles.
Oh. How rude.
Oh, that's a 16. He's gonna miss. The frog tries, and he can't get his big froggy mouth around your armor.
Not today.
So Triss, then it comes to you.
I will run forward between the frog and Feasum, and I reach behind my back and I pull out this quarterstaff that's like capped on both ends with steel.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of attacking, I'm just going to try and get its attention.
Okay.
I'm going to do the help action for my man Feasum here.
All right, nice. Help action. Okay. Feasum, it's your turn. You have advantage on attacks now due to the help action from Triss.
I give a wink at Triss and I'm like, oh, I see what's up. And then I take my we're sharing booze. He's helping me with the attacks.
I'm like banging the quarterstaff against
I
my
just made a new friend. It all is like clicking into place in my brain. And I'll take another swing at it with my rapier.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh, whoa! All right. Yeah, go ahead and roll that 2d8. Let's get it.
That's 9 plus 2, so 11.
How would you like to kill this giant frog?
As it opens its mouth, I go, "What ho!" and I stab my rapier all the way through its gut. And it comes down on my arm, and then I raise it up, and I'm like, get it off, get it off, get it off.
Oh, holy shit.
office is going to come out of nowhere.
Yep.
Now, come on now, that's good eating. Don't mess it up.
All right, yeah. You have slain the mighty giant frog.
We are brave heroes.
We search its pockets. No.
Unfortunately.
Can I finally take a drink of water?
Yes, you can.
I'm so thirsty.
It's cold. It's very cool now. It's been
It's
frosted.
cool. It's cool, but also partially full of like frog guts at this point, right?
Oh.
Maybe a little. Maybe if you're quick, you'll
Go
get it.
upstream.
I am not quick.
Oh, poor Sir Niles. You could just get it from the spring in the wall.
Oh.
That would be.
Then that occurs to me
That
after I
was
spit out.
Pushing guts out of the way.
All right. So you have a path, which when you came into the room was to your left, but cardinal directions is directly north. Shall we head forth?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right.
Let's sally forth.
In this room, you see some sort of shrine. It's a statue and an altar, or an altar with an ugly frog-like creature, like a statue there. And on the altar are pieces that the smell is now hitting you of rotten meat and 50 gold pieces worth of coins and gems. It seems like this is some sort of offering to this
We
deity.
can smell the coins, or they're also there.
They're all. You could smell the coins too. It smells
Yeah.
like copper, but they're gold coins. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
I smell a deal. Yeah, so we pick up the money and split it
Sure.
4 ways, and maybe we should just leave. Who can we tip with this money though? I don't like to split money.
Owlbear.
We'll leave it for the owlbear. Okay, yeah.
All right. And from the shrine room here, there is a path leading forward and one leading to, I guess, to your left. Kind of, which you could posit was if you had gone left out of the owlbear room. It kind of like that's the circle there. Or you can go straight ahead. Your call.
Sally forth.
Wait.
Quickly, do any of us recognize this?
You can make me a religion check, if you will.
Right.
Oh, well, with that natural 1 plus 4.
22.
All right, of course.
So, Maggie, you feel like whoever's, like, you sort of see a resemblance to the frog you just slayed.
Looks
this
kind of like
frog.
my great grandpappy. Okay.
But Triss, you would know that this is Laugzed, the dark god of Troglodytes.
This is their god.
Who's God?
Filthy and malevolent. The Troglodytes, certainly not the owlbears.
Oh.
It's a very
Astute.
pious owlbear.
These were an offering left for him.
You are so clever, my dear.
Okay.
Oh, you just gotta learn how to take a compliment, Shug.
I told you it makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, all right. Well, what about constructive criticism?
Fine.
All right, so as you guys are having this argument in this room, from the room
It's a
off
discussion, Ted.
of... Yeah, I guess that's true.
We're friends, okay?
We're trying to build each other up. Come on.
Sure. As you guys are having this discussion, this, not whispered and hushed discussion, mind you, in the natural cave here.
Niles is glowing.
Uh,
Right.
Yeah, Niles is also glowing. You bursting forth through the hallway from the way you didn't, not leading straight ahead, the one kind of back off the owlbear room, come 8 troglodytes into this room. I need you to roll for initiative.
Yes.
Oh, no.
crap.
Yeah, that is what the book says. I'm not making this up.
Uh-oh.
All right, darlings. My dance card's empty, and I'm ready.
All right, Sir Niles.
Maggie got
Oh, sorry,
well,
Maggie.
I got a 14.
That's okay.
Sorry about the preamble.
That's okay. Fissim.
18.
All right, and Triss.
19.
Oh, wow. All right. We're going to be good old 7 for the troglodytes. All right. Triss, you are up first. They are all... The hallway, kind of where they're coming from, is about 10 feet wide, so they're shoulder to shoulder, and they're sort of trying to get in, so they're sort of packed, right, in 2, 2, 2, 2.
Mhm.
So you're up first. They're about, probably from where you guys are in the room and the hallway they're coming in, they're maybe 20 feet away from you.
Oh, butts. I guess I'm going to move forward and kind of plug up the hallway a little
Okay,
bit,
sure.
so that they can't surround everybody.
Good.
Hold my shield forward and then take the dodge action.
I like it.
Scream over my shoulder. Are we running or fighting?
You do have one. You have the path back south where you came, or this other path northward. But yes, that is Fissim.
I'll pull out my lute
Okay.
and I will
Oh,
sing
no.
a little ditty called "We're All Friends and We Love the Frog God" that I just made up. And don't put me on the spot because I'm not really good at improvising songs, but it's something.
I've got it. I got it. Yeah, sure. Okay.
And that's what I do. And I kind of back up next to Triss.
Okay. All right. So you're trying to de-escalate the situation. It sounds like.
Yeah, if they're surprised to see us, I want them to think we're either friends or that we belong there, or
You probably
just-
want to not be next to me because I'm right in front of them.
He moved up to, or she moved up to block.
Oh, okay. Then I'll stay wherever I am. I'm next to the shrine, I guess.
Yeah. Gesture to the shrine. Make me a performance check.
I will do that.
We all live in
That's a
tropical
9.
world.
Ooh. One of the strings on the lute bling, snaps. And
I knew I should have got this repaired before I left.
you're not sure if they're more upset by the playing or not. Hard to tell. Maggie.
All right. Maggie's gonna hold out a hand, and the closest.
They're two side. They're 20 feet away, 2 side by side, and then they're basically in 2 by 2 in a line of 4.
Oh, okay. No, Maggie's just gonna she's gonna pull out her 2 daggers, and she's like, time to dance. And anyone that's looking will notice that they have like sort of the daggers have like a straight edge and then a curved edge with like a weird little circle loop at the bottom. So they kind of look like this. So if you
Gotcha.
put it together, they might look like a pair of scissors.
Got it.
Oh.
Got it.
And she's got one in each hand, and she's just like, and she does like a little run, and then let's go, and like stabs down right on top of their heads.
Okay, make me some stabs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fighting it is.
Oh, there's no way Niles wasn't gonna fight.
Yeah, I know Celeste pretty well, so.
With my 18.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Did you not want me to make it?
No, I did. No,
You're
no.
the DM. You can.
No, people donated to tip the reliquary in this show, so I will get to that in a second.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your damage with your stab. That absolutely hits these troglodytes.
I mean, now she's feeling a little bit bad because she didn't do any. She didn't ask any questions. She just went for it. But 4 damage.
Okay.
We were the first
I
to
guess.
attack.
And then 6 for the other one.
All right. So 4 damage. You sink half of a shear into the troglodyte, and it is like. It doesn't seem to have any weapons, but it does seem like its claws are a formidable weapon, as is its bite attack. Now, before we jump to you, Sir Niles, I need to go to a table and roll a d6 and a d30 and figure out what good, bad, or weird thing is happening, because the internet tonight wants...
Thanks for all the donations.
Yeah, because they want to be super cool and
Stranger
do
Things.
all of the things.
Aw.
All right.
Thank you, Rubby Belly. That's my partner, Chad. So.
Oh,
Thanks, Chad.
Chad.
Chad. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah.
Let's go over here, and we're gonna have to reset that reliquary back to 0 in case it randomly gets tipped again. So the way it works, for those of you who are unfamiliar, most of you have played on the channel, especially recently. But what happens is the reliquary tips, and I roll on a table to determine something good, bad, or weird that will happen. And then I roll a 30-sided die, and then something does. So it could be all manner of things. Once I figure out where the hell oh, there it is. Streamlabs reset everything. So we've had things like the party was teleported to an identical world, except it was a musical. We had pizza rain down from the sky. We had everybody in the whole world lost all of their fingernails. You know, all sorts of crazy stuff can happen. So let's see what happens for you guys tonight. You guys really want to break this game. All right, here we go.
Listen, I worked real
Doesn't
hard on
take
this
a
character.
All right, and then the D30.
We're doing a lot of it ourselves, but we need help from you.
They really...
Only you
Only
can prevent
you.
games from finishing.
Only you.
Okay.
Only you can make this a 2-shot.
That's, yeah, it's
What are you guys doing next Friday?
Listen, it wouldn't be, I'm gonna be at PAX East, but I'll think about it. But we could, listen, it's nothing ever says these games can't be multiple shows.
Or if it's tomorrow.
That's true, I am free tomorrow. Let's see here. All right, well, we've gotten that one before, so I'm not gonna have pizza rain down on you guys again, because it already happened once. I'm gonna switch it up. Okay. Yeah,
So it was weird, huh?
It was weird, yeah. What do we got here? Oh no.
Twins. We all become twins.
No. All right, Sir Niles.
Yes.
Actually, I guess it was specifically said for Maggie, but I'll let Maggie. So Maggie, you stab down into this troglodyte, and your keen couponing eye sees something in one of the rocks by the troglodyte statue, and it looks like it's a fake rock. Like the wall is fake. You didn't see it before, but the glint of the light of Sir Niles' armor off of your shear, you could see it reflected back. We'll see what that means in a second. Sir Niles, it's your turn.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna huff and puff. And
You
then
sweating in here too? Come on.
it's been a long day.
It's like
Fire.
noon.
It is noon. It's about noon.
I would usually be taking my afternoon nap.
At noon. I like it.
Yep.
Luby's opens at 3, all right?
Yeah. Okay, so I am going to run up to one of did Maggie take down that troglodyte?
But she did sink a shear into it.
Okay, then I will go ahead and hit that one.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and Sir Niles is so good at his job. Okay, so that'll be 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Winter's Bite. Okay, that'll be 12 damage.
Yeah, you cleave this one right in half.
One down.
There are 7 left.
I'm gonna pant and turn towards the rest of them.
All right, then it is their turn. So,
Uh-oh.
I forgot to do that, which is fine. Actually, nobody started their turn next to them, so we're good. So, these troglodytes, Sir Niles, you seem to be the biggest, shiniest threat.
Oh, indeed.
So they're gonna go the ones that can get. So one's gonna move up to take the place of the one that was there. But due to Triss's placement and Maggie and yourself, you've kind of blocked them so they can't get into the room. So you can only ever face 2 at a time. So this one's gonna go for you. He's gonna roll a 17, which I think is your armor class, because you're using a greatsword and not a shield anymore.
I have the defense
And
feat.
plate mail is 16 plus 1 is 17.
I have a 19 armor class.
With a shield, most likely.
I don't think do I have a shield?
Yeah, chainmail 16.
Plus 1 for defense is
Oh,
17.
yeah, it does.
Plus 1 for your defense.
Okay. Uh-oh. It had a shield and a great sword equipped.
I unequipped the shield, so if you refresh, you should be good.
Oh, I just did it too. I don't know.
But
Anyway,
it's whatever.
A 17 is my number.
So you're gonna take 6 points of slashing damage from that claw.
Ouchie.
And
Look.
what? They get 3 attacks. Okay. Well, that's a miss.
So it was
Come on,
6
Mike.
So okay, so it's
Yeah, Mike, for real.
Jeez.
So then it tries to slash you again and tries to bite you, and it misses. And then we're gonna go for Triss at disadvantage due to the dodge action. So that's a miss 1. Miss 2. That's a 12. And that's an actual 1. So they miss. And it comes back around to you, Fism. You are muted.
I'm gonna unmute myself and
That's
then
a
I'm
good
gonna
call.
talk. Since my performance is
Is
kind of
it Fism or
lackluster, I'm
me?
gonna restring my loot as fast as I can, and then I'm gonna start playing a lullaby, and I'm gonna cast sleep on all these guys.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead and roll your. So there are 7. So roll your sleep.
That's 5d8.
Yep.
Pretty good. 25.
All right. 2 of them will drop.
Okay, don't attack those 2.
We'll call them the 2 in the back.
Sure.
They drop. So they are asleep. That leaves 5. Oh, sorry, Triss, you were before Fism, but that's fine.
It's fine. So I'm going to mumble a little prayer to Helm.
Mm-hmm.
Guide me through these dark times. I'm going to try and reach out and touch one of these bros. So melee spell attack. I'm using inflict wounds.
Yeah.
18.
Oh, that hits.
23 points of damage.
Oh, yeah. How does your inflict wounds look as you destroy this guy?
So my hand kind of just presses firmly against their midsection, just past their defense,
Mhm.
and then the skin starts to peel back and turn black as it kind of pierces into them, and the skin begins to flake off. They kind of claw at it for just a moment, and then fall over.
All right. Well, that happens. Oh, I did forget this, but I remembered it now. Can you make me, Triss, a Constitution saving throw, as the stench is overwhelming? All right, that's a
20 plus whatever my Constitution
Yeah,
is.
all right. So you're good.
22.
All right, so that's 1 is dead, 2 are dead, 2 are asleep. There are 4 left. Anything else, Triss?
That's going to be it for me.
All right, Maggie.
All right, Maggie's gonna run up to. So she's got the one that she hit. She's going up.
That one's
next
actually,
one.
yeah, that one's
It's
dead.
dead now, yeah. So she's doing a pretty pivot, and then shoots out a hand, says, "Have I got a deal for you?" And touches the troglodyte while casting shocking grasp. So like grabs him right by the hand, and just like lightning starts to like sprout from their hands. Sorry, my cat / dog is mooing. Sorry. I
It's
got a
all
cat and a
good.
dog under me. Melee attack. Perfect. 11.
That is the AC. So you hit.
Yes. Okay. It's going to take 1d8 lightning damage and can't take reactions until the start of its next turn. You know
Okay.
how troglodytes like to do. So
I do. So go ahead and roll me your damage.
six.
All right, 6 points of lightning damage. All right. So, is that it? Or
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Okay. I will just point out, in case you didn't go in and take a look at it, for anybody, if you didn't already, if you had a class that prepared spells, I didn't prepare them. So, for you, potentially, Maggie, you have all of your spells in your spell book, but none of them are prepared.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I was
So-
using a cantrip, so but yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make
Oh.
sure if you were using D&D Beyond, I didn't prepare them. So, like, it'll give you Detect Magic because it's a
Oh,
ritual.
you're right. I do have some spell slots. Okay.
Yeah, but you got four first and two
Yeah.
second and a whole bunch to choose.
I'm
So
just gonna add exactly what I need for this one fight. So
that's fine. But I just want to make sure you have those just in
Yeah.
case. So after Maggie is Sir Niles.
Yes. Do I have to make a stinky check?
You do. Oh, Maggie needed to make one too. Actually, no, you killed the one in front of her, and so she didn't. You're fine.
Okay, I got a 19. My
Yeah,
nose doesn't work very well.
Sure, makes sense.
Shocker.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then I will go ahead and chop another one.
Okay,
Okay, so it's gonna be a 17.
that's gonna hit.
Oh. That is 11 damage.
It is still alive. Hanging on by a thread, it seems. And then it's their turn. So, we've got Maggie and Sir Niles here. So, Sir Niles' first attack is a 19.
Oh, butts.
That's going to deal to you, goddamn, 6 points of piercing damage.
Ouchie. It's okay. I have heavy master armor or whatever that reduces that.
Okay. Second one is a 22. God, another 6 points.
Why do you hate my characters, Ted?
The third one misses, though.
Sir Niles does not look good, kids.
All right, and then against Maggie, we've got a 7, which I'm gonna say misses. We do have a 22 though, which I think is gonna hit Maggie.
yeah, that'll.
But you only take 3 points,
All right. He cut me to the core. All right.
and then an 11.
Oh, damage?
No, 11 to hit the third attack.
Oh, it does not hit.
All right, so he misses. All right, that is their turn. Back to Triss at the top. There are 4 left. 2 are sleeping, and 2 of them are hurt.
I'll turn and close the distance between myself and one of the ones that are hurt
Mhm.
and try to finish it off with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
I just go one-handed and thwack people like a school marm.
All right, I like it.
God, I'm rolling hot fire. 24.
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
Crap damage, 6.
That's okay. They both had under 6 damage or 6 health, so one goes down.
We got this.
All right.
And apparently one of them ate a bugle or something.
Yeah, you noticed that. All right. Is that it for you, Triss?
That is going to be it for me.
All right, Fissam.
So there's basically 2 asleep and 3 left to attack.
Correct, and 1 is severely damaged.
1 is severely damaged. So the 2 that are not damaged, I'm going to say to those 2, you 2, fight to the death. And I'll cast suggestion on one of them
All right.
to fight the other guy to the death.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
What is your save?
12?
Yeah, he fails.
Yes!
And you see that like its eyes kind of glaze over and it turns and looks at one of its friends. That is your turn, Fissam, I assume?
Yep.
Okay. Maggie.
Maggie is gonna. Well, they're gonna fight each other, right? Are they?
Well, there are three, so one of them is going to
I'm
fight
sorry, yeah.
one of them. But we'll say the one that you had been fighting with the shocking grasp is still up.
Yeah. She's just gonna pull out one of her little sweet sheer daggers, and go over to him and goes, "I'm sorry, I don't believe we met." And when it reaches its hand out to shake her hand, it just stabs him right in the gut.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. And thank you. Oh, a 9.
Ooh. Oh, you miss.
Oh, skiz. Ooh, oh no, my middle's open. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no, my middle's open.
All right,
Okay.
Sir Niles. There is one that is barely clinging to life.
Yes.
And then
I
there.
shall send you to the beyond. Yeah, like 200 to hit.
That I'm gonna assume that's probably gonna hit this lowly troglodyte.
Yep, and that will at 15 damage.
Yeah.
Niles is just killing it with this
All
sword.
right, so that is dead.
Oh,
And then it's their turn. So the one that's suggested is going to turn and attack its ally, or previously ally, and it's going to hit, and it's going to deal 6 points of damage. I'm on fire with these damage rolls. 4 on a d4 every time. Then it's going to hit again. Oh, well, that's why I said that, and now it doesn't. And then, yeah. All right, there's, yeah. So you watch as the one under the influence of Fissam just kills the other one. But your suggestion was to fight to the death.
Yep.
That is now dead. It is freed from the suggestion.
And I do a golf clap. Good job, my boy. Nice work.
All right. Back to the top of the round. Triss, there is 2 asleep and 1 just coming off of suggestion.
I suppose. What's your maximum hit points, Niles and Maggie?
I'm at 13 or 25. I'm okay.
Maggie's at 3.
Oh, jeez.
You want her to roll out of the way? Or no, I guess that, yeah.
What's your maximum?
Oh, my maximum? 20. Sorry.
20.
Yeah, help Maggie if you can.
Yeah. I'm actually going to use my channel divinity. So it's going to be preserve life, and I'll bring Maggie up to 10 because I can't go over half of your hit point maximum. And
I just feel lovely. Thank you.
yeah. Fissam, were you hurt at all?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. And then I'll just waste the rest into the ether.
Okay.
What?
And that's going to be it. So I just grab onto my holy symbol and I say a little utterance to Helm, guide us in these times. And then, why? You feel better.
All right.
Trish, could you speak up, dear? Were you talking to me?
No.
Fissam, your turn.
I will nod and be like, that's a really good idea. And I will cast Healing Word on Maggie.
Okay.
Oh, wow! I feel like I could go shop all day at the South and the North Mall. Oh my gosh!
So that's 5 points of healing.
And that was your bonus action. Anything for your action?
My action will be to rush up and attack this guy that I just suggested to.
All right. Let's see it.
Thanks,
D20.
buddy.
Yeah.
That is a 21 to hit
Oh, yeah.
for 4 damage.
All right. Well,
You know, it happens.
that's all right. Then Maggie, it is your turn.
Or, well, Maggie was gonna take a potion, but now that she's feeling great, she's feeling fat and sassy. So we got that one guy still alive.
Yeah, and 2 guys asleep.
2 guys asleep. We're not gonna try to wake them up though, right? Like,
Probably not.
I wouldn't.
They'll
Yeah.
stay asleep for a minute.
Oh, okay.
So we
So
might have to wake them up eventually, but we can tie them up first.
yeah, would you say that there's anyone in between the 2 that are sleeping and the one that's still alive?
They were in the back, so no, you've got this one guy. He's kind of there, and then the 2 sleep are behind.
All right. Listen, darlings, I'm sorry, but it's a fire sale. And she snips both of her hands up in the air and then brings down her hands and casts burning hands on them,
Okay.
on all three of them.
All right, I gotta make some. Well, those guys that are asleep are gonna auto fail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
really.
the 15-foot cone going out.
All right, so yeah, they're all gonna fail. So go ahead and roll me your damage.
Oh yeah, they're all gonna fail. Sorry. Okay, 3d6. I can count 10.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, well, this one definitely dies, and I'll just say that the other two, because they were asleep and you guys would kill them, they're all gonna burn up in the burning hands.
Aha! We are victorious.
Thank you.
Okay, I need to sit down.
Don't sit down on this pile of smoldering carbon, okay? It's not gonna. Yeah.
Nope. I'm good. I'm gonna touch myself.
With lay on hands, I
Pretty
assume.
good.
Yes.
How many points are you gonna use?
I'll heal me back up to full. Why not? So I'll use 12.
Okay. You've got 3 left.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So, I will remind you, Maggie, of what you saw in the rock.
Thank you.
Fake.
Oh yeah,
rock.
the fake. Yeah. Maggie points. I think that might be a hallway or a shifty something, or we should just go investigate it.
Agreed.
All right.
We made the DM sigh, so I don't know.
No. This is because of the reliquary, and this is one of the first times in a very, very long time, since the first time it ever happened, that I rolled good. So something good happens to the party. Usually it's something weird like pizza rain or fingernails.
Pizza Rain was very good.
Pizza Man was excellent.
So you shift aside this fake stone, Maggie, and inside it is a metal box about like this long. My hand's off screen, but you get the point. And it's about this wide.
All right, Maggie pulls. Can she pull it out?
Yep.
Is it heavy enough?
Yeah, it's heavy, but she can pull it out.
All right, back up, darlings. We got something here.
And there's 2 like flip clasps that you flip up and you fold down the. And it is olive green. And as you flip it open, you see that there is some sort of like foam in there that is carved and cut out, and sitting inside it is what looks like, it's very weird. It's like it's almost the size of the box, and it seems like a black metal circular tube with a handle in the middle, and there's some sort of weird conical piece that's set in the foam next to it that looks like it might just fit down one end of the circular tube.
If Maggie looks at the small tube, is she gonna see like some like sort of sight type thing? Like
There is a little sight, little X of crosshairs. Yes, the party, and I quote, acquires a rocket launcher that deals 8d6 damage in a 10-foot radius.
what,
You have
10-foot radius. What was it again? 8d6.
8d6. You have 1 rocket.
All right. Well, I will carry this.
There's
but,
a lot of stuff like that in the things. There's magic items that can appear with the reliquary. So good is good when you roll it. But in this case, it's pretty great.
Yeah. Maggie's gonna carry it, but she's gonna look at everyone and say, "All right, now I'm just gonna be the warden of this here black tube. So just like let me know, like we'll be a group consensus when we want it to be used. Like feels like a good ender of some kind.
All right. So I will remind you that in the room you are in, you can go through the area where the troglodytes came from, or to the north.
Do we need to rest? Are you all right?
Oh, I'm good. Someone just help me up.
All right.
My awkward arm to.
Thank you.
Yeah, trying.
You're a good lad.
I'm curious about these troglodytes and why they were coming this way. I want to go towards the troglodytes where they came from.
Okay. Sure. So you head that way, and it seems like the room that they were in was like some kind of like a guard post, perhaps. Like they were kind of posted up as guards, and this is they heard you guys talking and exclaiming, and did what good guards do. Came to check it out.
Get murdered? Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what bad guards do, but
send one and see what happens, and then yeah. All right.
So there's nothing else in this room. It's just
it can and it does have a path that continues, which based on point of direction looks like that's probably the hallway that continues from the first entrance going that way, like going out that way, if that makes sense.
So judging by that, we should go back the way we came and take the path not traveled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the
either
middle,
that or
the middle path.
the middle path, or north from the room with the shrine.
Okay. The middle path.
Okay, so you guys will go that way. Oh god. What am I? Hang on, I got another trinkets. That's how we
Trinkets.
do. How we do. Maggie, you also find something.
Oh, there's hold on. There's a second compartment on this here box.
The second compartment on this here box contains.
A constrictor snake.
Listen, it's not
out there.
Half a dozen sticks of mystery meat jerky.
Just like Mom used to make.
Yep. Okay. So you guys
Who's hungry?
Continue
Always.
Yeah, she hands him
along the path not traveled up off the main path when you came in, and this is you can see now that you're keen and attuned to the area, there are 10 troglodytes here sleeping.
My sleep spell will be useless.
And then off of that room are 2 other pathways. Basically, we'll just call them left and right, but they're kind of like northwest and northeast, if you will.
All right, y'all feeling like we should go together or split up?
You guys gonna sneak through the room?
How wide is the room?
It is about 30 feet wide. So there is a clear enough path where you could tiptoe over the troglodytes without stepping on them. And then you have 2 pathways north, like I said, northeast and northwest out of this room.
All right.
I'm real nervous about 10 troglodytes.
Yeah. Are there any like little rocks on the ground or anything?
Yeah, it's a cave, sure.
Okay. Maggie's just gonna pick up like a good kumquat size one. Sorry, I can't think of anything. But
Kumquat that works. Of all the fruit you could have picked.
Yeah. Like a flattened, like a clementine, size one.
Yeah, sure.
Just in case they need to make a directional noise thing.
Gotcha.
Right. Okay.
All right, y'all. You want to go around them and try?
I can make it so the room is completely silent if you believe that will help.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we will still need, I'm looking directly at Niles, 10 feet of no sound.
I'm sorry, dear. You'll have to speak up. I can't hear you.
I cup my fingers over, I cup my hands over his ear, and I whisper directly into the ear. You need to make no sound for 10 feet.
Righto. And I will lean down and talk to Snowball. Yeah.
This is it for my powerful magic, but I will cast silence over the vast majority of the room.
I will remind you that it is a ritual spell. You want to take some time to do it.
Do we want to take time to do it?
Sure, we're already here. We can RP all we need. So I'd like to remind everyone that I have Thrasher, the pink elephant crasher, that no one else can see.
Yes.
Can it also support weight though?
As much as a pygmy elephant can, whatever you.
So probably not. It couldn't, like Sir Niles couldn't like sit on top of it. Okay.
No, probably not.
All right.
I like where your head's at though. That's good.
Yeah. How How much does Sir Niles weigh? Because if we're all silent, we could like
That's not
boogie board him
polite.
together. How much is that
Okay,
heavy armor? You
he's-
look so strong.
We wear
Sir
the
Niles,
same armor.
yeah,
Yeah.
he also may weigh a little bit more than your average paladin. He's been retired very happily for 50
No, this is
years.
again no judgment. I'm trying to see if we can carry it.
The armor is 55 pounds by itself.
Oh, that's
Just-
easy.
So
Okay.
that's just to throw that out there.
Probably around 275.
300.
It's-
All right.
The
All right,
armor
so
doesn't
say-
fit so great.
All right, between the three of us,
Grand total, I'm carrying 117 pounds worth of shit. So I
Okay.
imagine Niles is carrying a little bit more than that.
143.
I'm a heavy boy.
I'm just saying, do you want to try? Do you think we can do it?
Mm.
Or do we want to trust him to be quiet? I mean, we know one of them won't work already.
I could
So-
be quiet. Whippersnappers make
Trust in
fuss.
Sir Niles.
All right.
But I
all right.
seriously need 9 minutes and 22 more seconds.
All
I'm
right.
like drawing with chalk.
Yeah.
Burning incense or something.
Oh yeah. Troglodytes, they can't smell this though, but they can hear.
They smell so fucking bad. I'm sure that this won't hurt their feelings at all. It's vanilla and sandalwood.
Oh, it smells so good.
It
Where's
does
the
smell so
blue?
good. So we'll say the time goes by, and you guys are having
Thanks
your
for the
wisdom.
hand waved.
Yep. Yep, we cast silence as a ritual for the room. All right. So that last 10 feet, which path are you going? Northeast or northwest?
West.
Okay. I would need stealth checks for that last 10 feet.
Oh, okay, bless.
Guidance on my.
I rolled so good.
Disadvantage though, Sir Niles.
Oh crap! I still rolled so good. It was
How about I
19
give
North.
bardic inspiration to Triss?
Okay.
What is your bardic inspiration?
It is a D6,
D6.
but I rolled a natural 1, so
So what does that make your total stealth check? Just out of curiosity.
7.
Okay.
They are asleep.
Nope, 5. Sorry, I lied.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. And what was everybody else? Maggie, what did you get?
I had 22. Thanks for yucking my yum over here.
All right, and Triss?
16.
I got a 19. You're all so ageist.
Is that with the D4?
Oh no, that's before the D4.
You rolled the best.
I got a 23.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna say, as a group stealth check, you guys are able to make it through this room with the sleeping troglodytes. Fizzum's gonna like step on like some rock and crush it, and then you guys are like, you just kind of shift him out of the way. Don't make any noise, and you make it into this room here. So this chamber, there are 5 troglodytes as well. Yep. If you recall, the tracks out front said there were many in this cave. There are 5, and they are asleep. But they seem to be, and one of them seems to wear, like he's got like a funky looking hat of some kind on his head, and he's kind of got like he's like leaned up against a wall, which looks like. There's like some rocks that are sort of piled up in almost a chair. And he's kind of like asleep in the chair, and he's got some weird ass hat made out of like, you're not even sure, like a refuse of some kind.
Bunch of sewn together dice bags. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Now, kids, you know that he's in charge because he has a large hat.
That is accurate, yes.
Something I've learned in my adventuring career.
Thank you, Niles.
You're welcome. We should be wary.
Feasum looks at Triss's hat and Niles's hat, and then he looks at his own head where he doesn't have a hat, and he's just like, "Dang it!"
And you can see that off of, and this appears to be it for this room. And, you know, there's like a pathway sort of to the south of this room, but looks to be stone wall there.
And is there like any writing of any kind on any of these walls, like signs and like hands, like nothing? Like they just know where to go. They don't need any directional, like this is the break room or anything. Like
Doesn't it does not seem, although you know more often than not, troglodytes have their own language that they speak.
okay, yeah, so we wouldn't be able to read it anyway. Okay, all right, thank you.
Wait, we wouldn't be able to read what?
Troglodyte, they write in their own language.
Is there stuff on the walls?
There's
So did
not,
we see
but
something?
if no, but if you did, it would.
Oh, I mean, maybe you have that one spell.
I do have that one spell.
Okay. You have not seen anything, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, and that seems to be it for this room. Perhaps some sort of cobbled together throne room,
If you will.
if you will.
A throne for
From where I'm at, does it look like this head troglodyte has anything cool on him that I could steal?
The hat,
hat.
obviously.
The refuse hat.
How difficult do I think it would be to sneak over there and grab his hat?
You need a hat.
Well, based on your stealth check through the silent room, you're not exactly sure.
Uh,
We leave now, the silence will still be active. I don't know how long it will take you to steal the hat.
real quick, and I sneak over and grab the hat.
All right, make me a
Guidance.
stealth check first.
Okay, 15.
All right, and then a sleight of hand check.
15.
Wow. All right, yeah, you're able to lift the refuse hat off the troglodyte leader.
This is how we win D&D, right?
And I put it on my head and run back, and I'm like, I've got a hat.
We're all looking at you like you're the leader.
You look great.
Thank you.
What a large hat.
Now he's the tallest. No.
My
Sir,
tallest.
My
Sir-
tallest.
and I go, now I'm the captain.
I'm the captain.
Sir Niles, make me an insight check.
I shall. 12.
Okay. Based on the room that you're in and the sort of alcove that's to the south here, it seems like where you were going and the ceiling caved in would lead kind of where this alcove is.
Got it. Okay, so that's a way it would connect back into this throne room.
But it doesn't seem to be an alcove. It seems to be a wall.
Oh, secret door.
Yes, that was a very ham-fisted way to say that. Yes.
Secret door.
Secret door.
Um.
I don't think Niles gets that.
Okay. Cool. So then back out into the silent room, I guess.
Well, okay. I guess maybe I'll look at it. I'm like, there's something strange about that wall.
Make me an investigation check, good sir.
I shall.
Can I aid or help him? in
Yeah,
his
let's
endeavor?
go with advantage
I
there.
am
Oh,
helping
please do,
you.
because I got an 8 on the first one. I'm like squinting.
I bring the light closer.
Yeah, thank you. Perfect. Yes, a 15.
Well, that's the number. You slide open this secret door, and
Just like
inside
the old
here,
days.
you can see what looks to be a treasure room.
Whoa.
There are 200 gold pieces in coins and gems, plus artwork and other valuables worth another 200 gold pieces.
What kind of like first issue comic books are we talking about here?
Ooh, I don't know. What are you thinking?
I mean,
Amazing Spider-Man.
yeah, number one, yeah.
The number one? Sure. Why not? Amazing Spider-Man number one.
Yes. 200 gold.
Bring the bag of holding.
Yeah, you guys have two.
Bring the bag
so-
of holding.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got two of
You
those, yeah.
have one.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, where did I put it? Oh.
And then again, you can see that this room leads down to where the rock collapse from the roof was, where you guys brought the roof down before. So you gather up all of the loot, and then you guys head back into the silent room, I imagine?
Yeah. Because we only have that one more passageway we haven't gone down, right?
Correct.
Okay. To that place.
You guys, I'm
To
gonna
do
give
the
you.
thing.
You guys go there. I'm gonna give you that one for free. No stealth required here.
Again, the power of narrative.
And in this room, everything is broken and worthless. There's a vase there that seemingly is the only thing that's together. Like a nice looking vase that seems to be all in one piece. But everything else seems to be like shattered and broken.
Some people see shattered things, and I just see, a vase with a deal, Well, not a vase with a deal. That one's, still together. But like this right here, this broken dash tray. I'm just grabbing stuff. Sorry. Still, this cigarette, this ashtray. Doesn't matter if there's only a piece of it left. You can, you know what? I'll come back here with my friends, the looters, and we'll, let's go to the vase. I'm almost in time.
Okay, you go to the vase. You're at the vase.
Actually, you see the little snip, snip, and Maggie uses mage hand to pick up the vase. I'm assuming it's not more than 10 pounds.
It is not. You do, and thankfully you guys are far enough in the room with your mage hand that the hallway that leads back to where the sleeping troglodytes, the roof collapses there as well. But you guys avoid the collapsed roof. And it seemed very similar, as almost as in it would have done to you 10 points of damage had you been underneath it. But you avoid it, and now you're trapped. There's only one way out, which is the path you haven't gone.
Well, this
At
makes
least
it
the
easier.
troglodytes cannot sneak up on us now.
Yeah, well played, Maggie. That was great.
See, they're all enjoying their mid-afternoon naps.
They're all probably awake now because we've collapsed the roof twice.
Yeah, I think they're awake now. You hear, like, snarling and some guttural language on the other side of the rock collapse as you head down this way.
So did we lose that vase too behind that rubble?
No, you actually have the vase.
All right.
But it's
what dynasty is it from?
the Wheeler dynasty. You think it's probably worth 50 gold pieces.
All right, I just huck it into the bag of holding.
All right, there you go. So you guys continue down this hallway, and after a short period of time, the natural cavern walls shift to worked stone pathways, and this is solid worked stone in very rigid paths, and the corners you come up to, they're 90-degree turns. You seem to have stumbled into some kind of maze. It's what it kind of is feeling like. And I will point out that I think that this is one of the coolest things that they added in this module. They have a random path maze generator. So like when you guys go off of the map, I roll a d20 and then tell you it's this many and then a turn or a Y or whatever the case may be. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys continue, and as you make your way down this hallway, let me see what you find. Okay.
Is there also any like sick childhood type drawings in there, or like crayon, or like colored pencil?
In here?
Yeah.
No,
Actually,
actually,
we're missing out on like cool stuff.
No, the only thing is the first page is Will the Wise as drawn by Will the Wise himself.
Ah, that's cool.
I haven't. There is the dungeon map, which is hand drawn, and it's supposedly taped, like there's scotch tape to tape it into the notebook.
And how old were your kids again? And why didn't they help out? No.
Yeah, right. Mine is 2, so he's not helping too much. But there will be.
This is my spit painting.
There is some art coming out. We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. I have art of the Thessalhyrda when you encounter it. That's hand drawn. That's pretty cool.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I just was like, wait.
No. So, you guys
Need this.
continue. Oh wait, special encounter. Hold on. All right, you guys continue down a hallway. It is a 10-foot, or it's basically 50 feet straight, and then it dead ends, and you find the remains of an ancient adventurer who's died, and on his body you find some treasure, which equals to 13, 24, 25 gold pieces.
Very nice. Is somebody tracking the gold? Because I certainly am not.
I was just like gonna start writing it down.
225 plus 50.
Yeah.
There you go.
You hear the as Maggie leaves a little 2-for-1 at the coffin's coffers for the paupers left in the dungeon. There you go, in case anyone comes for you and get a deal.
There you
Roll it
go.
up, put it in her eye.
Yes,
All right.
yeah. Leaves it in the ocular cavity with a little kiss.
Cute. I like it. All right, so you guys turn around, and as you turn around, you realize the path you came, it's not the same path at all. It's completely different. So now, like, you turn around, you came down a dead-end hallway, you turn around, now you're in a T intersection. Or it's like a cross intersection. So you can go left, right, or straight now.
Weird magics in this place.
Which way would you like to go? Left, right, or straight?
Right.
Go ahead.
Oh, yay. All right.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
So you guys come and you see, as you're walking down the hallway, you see this figure about 60 feet at the end of the light from the end of your armor there, Sir Niles. Those who with dark vision can see him without the aid of the light. There is a man or a figure, you can't really tell, someone dressed in full plate armor with a long sword. He, let's see. He yells out to you down this hallway. He says, "I know your quest is to slay a great monster, and I will help if you solve my 2 riddles."
Well, wonderful.
And he says, "At my heels you nip in this game we play, but cursed is this maze and lost am I. So who's chasing whom? Oh, who's to say? The front is the back, hello is goodbye," and he runs away from you and says, "You have to catch me!"
Oh, what?
All right. First, he
No.
calls us out as fake adventurers, and now he wants us to chase him.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
And he ran down a hallway that goes to the right.
Well, I don't want to like. Did anyone else catch
I
what he said?
checked.
Okay. Well, Maggie's gonna go. He went down the left. You said
Yeah.
Maggie's gonna go down the right because she got a real opposite day vibe from that.
Okay.
Oh,
So
why are we running?
So you run down the hallway, and you can see him. Like as you turn down that hallway, you can see like as you make the bank, there's one curve, and you make the bank, and you see him at the end of that hallway, and he like goes ha ha ha, and he keeps going.
Oh, this whippersnapper. Okay, so he keeps going.
Mhm.
So should we go back the other way? What do we do?
So we went the opposite way. He ran, and
Mhm.
he's now in front of us.
Yes.
Mhm. So now we turn around and go back the way we came.
Okay, you do, and you immediately run into him. Boom, there he is.
Maggie punches him in the face.
Yeah.
Clang on his plate mail armor. And he says, "Ha ha! You solved my first riddle. Now, can you find the missing piece to finish my collection?" And he
I
now,
told you this guy.
and then you now see, kind of as he says this, the room shifts. There's a doorway that he goes through, and he shuts the door behind him.
Oh.
And there are 3 shelves above the doorway. On these shelves, the first 2 shelves have 2 small statues, and the third has only 1. Shelf 1 has a man with a crown and a bag of coins. Shelf 2 is a woman with a crown and a jar of honey. Shelf 3 is a common woman wearing an apron and an empty space for a second statue. There is a table that you now see off to the side with small statues on it, which have on it a cake, a pie, a spinning wheel, a basket of laundry, a plate with a steak on it, like the kind you eat, not a wooden one, a toy soldier, a sword, and 24 sculptures of crows.
Wow.
I promise this is all a thing. It all makes sense.
All right, so
King with a bag of gold.
King with
Queen with a
queen
jar.
with a jar of honey.
Honey.
Common woman with nothing, which sounds about right.
She's wearing an apron, and she's got an empty space next to her.
She's got an apron.
Yes.
That could be
So
the
that's not-
pie, the cake, the spinning wheel.
Or what?
Like,
Why would you need an
go with
apron
her.
first? Why would you need an apron for a spinning wheel?
To hold your needles? I don't know.
I do understand spinning wheel hit me too, but I think you're right on the food thing.
Yeah, and then the statues that are there on the table: cake, pie, spinning wheel, basket of laundry, plate with a steak, toy soldier sword, and 24 sculptures of crows.
So are those crows like one sculpture that's
Individual.
actually
It is in 24 individual
Really?
crows. Yes.
a murder of crows?
That woman, Blackbird. in a
Blackbird pie. Blackbird pie. Yeah. So we put the can we
Wait, how do we
put the
combine
pie we put the pie underneath the crows?
Can we lift up the top of the pie and shove
Wait,
the
what did he
crows?
say? He was saying the guy said something about what we need to find the object that he's missing.
The one that's missing from the shelf. So the woman with the apron, there's a statue needs to go next to her.
We automatically assumed they meant the blackbird pie rhyme. So that's actually two sculptures that are maybe broken.
Or
Right,
just
Celeste?
put the pie.
Or just put the
And
pie.
the assumption is the bird is in the pie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do pie?
If we're going with that rhyme, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, you got it, Tris. Put the pie in.
No,
Uh-oh.
Tris has absolutely nothing to add to this. You can never trust the
Okay.
dead.
Well, let me do it. I'm gonna take the pie and I'm gonna put the pie in the slot.
Okay. You put the pie on the slot, and let's see.
And we get a pie.
That would be nice.
Oh, that would be nice.
just food focused in every emotion.
Fireball.
It's a pie, but made out of cat.
You all
hair.
take 2 lightning damage.
Mm.
I will tell you,
Down.
you are on the right track with your nursery rhyme,
Mhm.
but you need to know the whole rhyme for that to make sense. You got the beginning. Go ahead and look it up. It's fine. I
was
see
like-
you typing,
I saw
Celeste.
Celeste typing.
It's fine.
Celeste, you weren't even trying. Say what you know out loud, other than blackbird
Yes.
pie.
I
22
w-
or something.
I literally don't remember any of it except for there was a rhyme about
All right. The
I-
song is "Sing a Song of Sixpence."
Sixpence, a pocket full of rye.
Hanging out, the maid was in the garden hanging out the clothes, and along came a blackbird to snip off her nose.
Clothes.
Do you want me to read the whole thing?
Sure.
Keep going. But do
Sing
it
a
in
song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was open, the birds began to sing. Wasn't that a dainty dish to set before the king? The king was in the counting house, counting out his money. The queen was in the parlor, eating bread and honey. The maid was in the garden, hanging out the clothes. Along came a blackbird and snipped off her nose. So I think it's the pile of laundry.
pile under.
Basket of laundry.
Put the basket of laundry there.
Yeah.
And the door opens.
It's
The night.
the power of Google.
Yes, the
I
night.
didn't type
It's fine.
I Googled. I
I
totally
saw you
Googled,
both
I'm sorry.
going for it, but I called out Celeste. He congratulates you. He says, you are quite clever. So, when he says, you have found yourselves into what is known as the Cursed Labyrinth. It is not in our world. It is built in a demiplane. The Thessalhyrda has found a way to push through it into a place called the Upside Down. He says, I know how this is done, but I will warn you, it is a one-way passage. Once you go there, you must find another way home.
We got it.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I mean, we're already here. Is there like a bathroom we can make a pit stop at, or
And
like?
he's like, yes, there's that wall or that wall.
perfect.
Yeah, so he will show you the way to the upside down, or the way to push through if you decide to do so. Do you? Because there's no other way out.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, you guys push through, and you find yourself in a cold, dark place. You leave the somewhat safety of the stone labyrinth behind, and you find yourself in some sort of haunted forest. There are trees everywhere, everything is gray, there is no sunlight, and it feels perpetually cold. It is also nighttime. You also will now, I will inform you, non-magical healing does not work. You cannot benefit from a short or long rest here to gain any health back. Magical healing does still affect it. However, also, Sir Niles, you feel a pulsating strength from Winter's Dark Bite. Here, in the upside down, it is a +4 greatsword.
What? This blade is astounding.
Favoritism.
I also
It's
feel like
right
we could've
here.
learned about
Here's the sword.
non-magical healing first, before we push through.
Ted.
I know. But anyway, apparently Winter's Dark Bite was forged from metal from the upside down.
Oh, that's why it looked odd.
Yes.
I shall put the sword right through the beast's heart.
So, you can't really make sense of one direction or another. There's no real discernible...
I have no idea what that band is, okay?
There's
All right.
no real direction that you can, discern. There's no landmarks of any kind. It seems to be just creeping forest everywhere. Which way would you like to go?
No landmarks.
Pick a way and
forest.
just keep on going. The upside
Right.
down.
And it does. And here's the cool thing: we can't come back through this door anyway. So
Correct. You're stuck here. So
does it really matter if we choose a way then?
no, I was just giving you the illusion of choice.
Just the illusion of player agency.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, basically.
Straight away from it.
Yeah.
We shoot out like a spark.
I'm gonna start yelling. Hey, beast! Come and fight us!
Become too cocky.
All right. So
We hush Sir Niles repeatedly. What
Fine,
are you
fine,
doing?
fine. I blow out my mustache.
My quarterstaff.
In anger.
I'm looking for that adhesive strip of cloth I can put over his mouth.
Mhm. So you guys continue traveling through, and it's weird as you travel maybe 10, 15 minutes, half an hour. You're not really sure how time passes here either, if it passes the same as it does on the material plane. But you kind of wander through, and before you know it, you're sort of like in the caves that you were just in. But like as you pass through them, they're weird and like just haunted and desolate, and there's like no signs of life there, and it's an eerie mirror of the world that you just left, and before you know it, you're back in the forest traveling through. And there's a slow cold wind that's kind of blowing through the area here, and as time goes on, you start to just get these feelings of loneliness and dread. You're here alone, even though you're with your party. It just everything. When are you gonna get back? Is there a way out? What is going on?
Death is coming for me.
Tris, why are you smiling?
Because this is a sign from Helm. This is exactly what tests our faith.
And you can hear occasionally the sounds of strange howling on the wind as you're walking through. And it kind of makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up, and you get the feeling like something's following you. But you can't hear anything, you don't see any signs of it, but you just get that feeling that something is watching you just outside of your vision constantly. And it's just there, ever present, and could strike at any moment, but seemingly doesn't want to as you continue to traverse this desolate, just haunted forest.
Maggie's gonna lean into the group. Is there anything we can cast that can be like we can be real still or something, and then it can like make noise or do, like I can mage hand while someone else does something else, and then like maybe we could see if there's something around here that'll react to it. Is anyone laying or picking up what I'm laying down, or?
I'm not, but I can make musical notes or an odd odor with my prestidigitation.
I can
good.
also
Another
create water.
Another swamp butt action. Okay.
I will also say that
your
you can
powers.
see tracks on the ground that seem to be made by the Thessalhyrda.
What?
Well,
But what's weird is when you start trying to follow these tracks, like you'll follow them one way, and then all of a sudden they're turning back around in on themselves, and they make no sense. They're going in every which direction, walking over themselves. Like you can't make any sense of which way things are going, and it's just like this looks like this should be the path you should follow, and then all of a sudden, like you turn around, the tracks are going the other way back against you, and you follow them. They kind of lead back, and you would just go in circles for who knows how long, trying to make any sense of these tracks. And all the while, there's that prickling sensation that there's something there. And as you're continuing through the forest, you can see like a little bit of there's like a little rise off in the distance, a hill. Like not too far, maybe 50 feet away, kind of through the trees. And as you're doing this, there's a breaking the silence and the stillness is a crack of thunder and a bolt of lightning down on the hill. And appearing on that hill is a young girl, proud warrior princess type girl, wielding a long sword, a dress, but she's got like a tiara with a star on it. She's got like plate mail sleeves. She looks like this right here. And she sees you all, and she kind of acknowledges your presence, and she just kind of starts to walk away.
Oh, wait, madam. Perhaps you could help us. We are looking for the Hydra, madam.
And she's like kind of like, yes, I have my own quest that I'm on. What did you, Hydra, you said?
Yes, we need to slay it.
Also, like, are you familiar with this area? Can you give us any tips?
And are you made of lightning? Did you just come down from the sky?
How dare you don't ask what a woman weighs or what she is made out of.
I have no question.
And she says, I like you. And she says, listen, I have my own quest that I need to handle, but it's best if you stay out of my way for your own safety. I'll tell you how to find this Thessalhyrda as long as you leave me to my quest.
We would love to. What is your quest so we know to stay out of the way?
And she says, that's not important. She says, this Thessalhyrda uses the Upside Down as a way to return to its lair without being tracked. The lair is a cave where the material plane and the Upside Down touch. A special plant grows there, a plant whose flower blooms in both worlds. These flowers can be used to cross between worlds if you perform a certain ritual. A key component of this ritual is the blood of a monstrosity. The Thessalhyrda is such a monstrosity, so it can use its own blood to open a gateway.
I know of where we can find another monstrosity.
And
Hey, quit looking at me.
She points in a direction and tells you that is the way where the flowers grow.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to open the gateway, you'll need the blood of a monstrosity. And as she's explaining this all to you, and seeing that you are actually going to leave her alone to go hunt down the Thessalhyrda, she says, fine, dwarf man. You asked what my quest is.
I did.
Happen to be hunting just such a creature, a monstrosity. the Demogorgon.
And
That sounds
I don't look
bad.
surprised at all, and I'm just like, what's a Demogorgon?
It's a demigorgon.
Thank you for catching that I spelt dwarf wrong under Jordan's text there, guys. Thank you.
Oh, I am. I'm a dward.
A dward. It's a dwarven bard is a dward. Duh. There we go. Fixed. And she tells you that it is a strange monstrosity, and it is home is the upside down, and it's attracted to the smell of blood. But since there are very few creatures here, we can attempt to try and track one down and spill its blood, but
Or we can spill our own blood to attract one.
she says if that is something you're willing to do, then yes, that will most likely work. She says
Maggie
it is,
rips out a shear. Let's go. I'm sorry.
and she's like, all right. No, she tells you that it's a strange hulking creature. It is quite strong, and it has it's hulking, and its mouth opens like that of a flower. And it has, seemingly in her experience, regenerative properties.
Ew. Well, if someone has to make a blood sacrifice, then I will hold out my arm.
Alright, so you can choose to do this carefully and cause yourself but 1 HP worth of damage, if you so choose.
All right.
It seems
Can I
like
do it haphazardly?
yeah. How much would you like to take?
No.
That's a good question.
I'm just trusting you. Just putting it.
like 8.
8 points of damage?
Yeah, let's get in there.
Really?
Alright, yeah, wow, okay. You
You
yeah.
sure you have to go? Oh, God.
Is
a
that
lot.
my pinky? I mean,
Yeah, so like the princess is slightly shocked by the veracity of your bloodletting. So she says she is taken aback by this, and she says it's only a matter of time before it arrives.
Oh, there's so much blood.
Then I hit Sir Niles with a cure wounds.
Okay.
Aw.
I'm
God,
so
I heal so much.
You do so much for the group. Do you ever do anything for
11.
yourself, Tris?
11 points of healing.
Great. Okay, I'm back up to full.
So she says, with the blood spill on the ground, she says we can attempt to. She says, I know it goes into a frenzy at the smell of blood, so it should be here soon. Make any preparations that you need to.
I would like to cast guidance on her.
Oh, okay, very cool.
It only lasts for a minute, but if it's coming at a quick pace, we'll help her out.
Turns out it's coming in exactly 1 minute. So.
Wow.
Okay, so is there anything you guys would like to do?
Okay, so to be clear, we're fighting the Demogorgon right now, and my sword is going to be good against that.
It's going to be a +4 in the upside down.
Love it. Love it, love it. Okay, sweet. Do I have any?
You have whatever that sacred thing is, sacred weapon. You want to make it a +7 greatsword?
Yeah, I'm into that.
That's my kink.
+7. Ooh, baby.
So
Does somebody want to get braver with some heroism? Or I guess I could smite. I'll save that for smiting.
Yeah.
smiting is that's where it's at.
Mm-hmm. Never mind. I'll hold on to it.
All right.
Maggie does want to step in front of the group though, because she's got something she wants to use.
Sure.
And she knows she doesn't want to hit her pals
Oh,
for
yes.
now.
With
Yeah.
the rocket launcher. Yes.
Oh yeah. We'll say it's got a 60-foot range for the rocket launcher.
Okay.
The cylindrical tube thrower.
The cylindrical tube conical, the expeller of a conical from a cylindrical tube, or whatever you want to call it. But
that-
yes.
the rocket, is that a saving throw or is that an attack she has to do?
Jake never put down. That was one Jake created. Because it was me and my friend. So I'm gonna go with a saving throw. We'll make it a dexterity.
Sounds like
saving
they
throw.
don't go throw at all.
I mean, based on that, yeah, it doesn't sound like it at all. But
I mean, did we want to save this for the Thessalhyrda or just use it?
whatever this thing is, it seems worse than the Thessalhyrda.
That is, you are, Tris, you are so correct.
This girl made of lightning seems a little stressed.
Let's help her out. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
So,
all right. So you guys are all prepped and ready.
Yeah,
And
Maggie's on one knee, like just ready. Like,
Oh my
got the bazooka. Like, somehow knew exactly how to use
yep,
it.
sure.
Yeah.
It comes with the box, the instructions.
We have no idea what this does, but I have a foreboding feeling.
Yeah, I think is there a little arrow that's pointing in the direction?
Yes.
It's supposed to?
Yep.
Okay.
There literally is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. You guys prepare, and you can hear the sounds of hurried footsteps crashing through the trees, heading in your general direction, as what you can only assume is the Demogorgon approaching. Approximately 1 minute later, bursting from the tree line towards the smell of blood is this creature. Again, we all know what it looks like. I don't need to explain it. But it is clearly sniffing the air with some sort of sniffing device, but its mouth opens like this blooming teeth-filled flower as it begins to kind of get down, almost hunched over towards the blood. Are you launching your rocket?
She's gonna wait for the group to like someone touches her shoulder, like it's all right.
Yeah, Niles will.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bazooka lets loose its
All right.
its lunch basket of fun.
It fails its saving throw, so go ahead and roll me 8d6 fire damage.
Woo. And I assume this makes quite a show in this dark and sort of
Yeah, because you see like the
Yeah.
10-foot radius explosion for the rocket launcher that you guys found due to the reliquary.
All I've ever wanted is to rocket launch a Demogorgon. It's just living my truth.
Filling so many dreams today.
Oh, just a solid 20.
All right, well, it is still alive,
Mm-hmm.
but I would like you all now to roll for initiative.
Yeah. But it don't look pretty no more, right? Like
No, it's not quite bloodied, but it's... All right, Sir Niles.
15.
Thism.
19.
19. Maggie.
16.
Chris.
3.
All right. And the Demogorgon.
That's right. Get him out now.
All right, Fissam, you are up first. Oh, and the princess, who has no stats because this is written by a child, and her hits always hit and always do damage, and she has that, like, that's how it's written.
But that's great. I thought you were gonna say no stats because like it's a girl, but no.
No, it's she always hits, and she always hits, and she does 2d6 plus 6 damage every time.
Homie.
It's also written because if you guys try to hit her, she just shrugs it off and then whacks you with the sword and does damage back.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, so Fissam.
Sim is going to cast Vicious Mockery, and he says something to the effect of, plants can't dance and either can you.
All
I'm
right.
a really terrible bard. I'm sorry, guys.
He's actually going to succeed with a 20 on his wisdom saving throw.
Dang it.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Followed anything else, Fissam?
That is it. I'll kind
Okay.
of keep my distance.
All right, Maggie.
Maggie's gonna run 15 feet away from her friends and
Yep.
closer to the. How far away is the Demogorgon?
We'll say 30.
Like 30. Okay, yeah. She's gonna run, I guess, 20 feet away.
Mhm.
And yeah, you see her little fingers come out and just go and snip and point to the ground as she casts Thunder Wave
Ooh,
out
nice.
of her. So the cube of energy like starts like vibrating like leaves off of trees and stuff. So it has to be a Constitution saving throw.
He's gonna natural 20 that con save, but he will still take half damage.
That is true. 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away.
Yeah, he will not get pushed because he passed, but he will take half the damage.
Oh. I'm sorry, a successful save. I'm sorry, so 1d8. I was reading wrong. Yeah, 1d8.
It's 2d8. He just takes half whatever.
Half the damage. Yeah, and also looks stupid. So no.
Yeah, fair.
and then she, well, that was her move, and she just like stands her ground.
How much was the damage?
Oh, 6.
Okay. Alrighty. Then Sir Niles.
Yes, Sir Niles, holding aloft his valiant sword that is now gleaming with holy light, shall stumble towards this beast, just and go ahead and bring down his sword on this thing, and he is going to use a divine smite.
You only have to use it when you hit, so you can wait.
Well, let me see if I hit with my plus.
Hunter from Jumanji every time.
Yeah, right.
Okay, will an 18 hit?
It will.
Brilliant. Okay, so then I will use my divine smite.
Yeah, so that'll be 2d8.
Yes, paladins are cool. Ooh, okay, so that's gonna be a lot. 9 plus 6 is 15, plus 7 is 22.
I love that I miss a vicious mockery, and then you just come in and do like god damage.
Plus 3, so that'll be a 25.
Wow.
With the wrath of God in this godforsaken place.
So did you activate your sacred weapon ability?
I did, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so that lasts for I think a minute, so it'll be gone until you take the next short rest. This thing is more than bloodied. It does not look good as you cleave into it with Winter's Dark Bite.
Fight me!
It is going to get to go, though, between there. Who doesn't have maximum hit points?
I don't.
Neither
I think
does Maggie.
all of us have at least 2 damage.
Nope,
Yeah.
I'm max.
Sir Niles got healed to full, huh?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
After being ripped open.
Yeah, you know what? He's still going to go for you because that was a big hit. He is
yes.
going to start with a bite attack on you.
Can try.
For an 18, so that's going to hit.
Well, poop.
You're going to take 10 points of damage.
Yummy. What kind of
piercing, so you can
is
reduce
it
that.
Magical?
It is not magical.
Nice.
Now that you have not full hit points, he has advantage on all attack rolls due to his Blood Frenzy ability.
Yo!
That makes that a 20, not natural.
Ooh.
So you are going to take, from a claw attack, 16 points of slashing damage.
Oh.
And then the second one is going to be Duke Dub 17, so that'll be a 25, or sorry, 22. And you're going to take 9 points of slashing damage.
I am down.
Remember, those are all reduced by 3 from your thing.
I know. I am down by 1.
All right, you see Sir Niles go down to the wrath of the Demogorgon.
I have fallen and I cannot get up.
Triss, it is your turn.
I'll look at Fissam. Like, are you going to see to Niles, or do you need me to see? I give you that look in this moment.
Yeah. I've got some words.
Nod. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll go over to the Demogorgon.
Yep. That's now how I imagine Triss goes over there.
It's like if we look at you, your feet are working furiously, but then the rest of you is not moving. Your isometrics are
Pretty much.
perfect. Like you're ready for
Like the bongo drums on cartoons when they're like,
Yeah.
So, do I have a gut reaction that this place is infused with necrotic energy? Do I think this thing would not take necrotic damage?
You do not have that feeling.
Okay.
You feel that it would take it. I should
Okay.
say. Yeah.
So as I'm closing the distance, I'm going to channel up my strongest spell and
Ooh.
inflict wounds level 2 I'm gonna see if I can't hit this fucking thing and save Nigel's life.
Let's see it.
That is a natural 1. So my ring.
Oh yeah, you can.
Explodes.
Let's see. No, hang on. The ring has. Oh, it had 2 uses. So one is gone. You can re-roll that natural 1.
Oh my god. Okay. Come on, you can do this. 23.
There you go. So go ahead and roll your damage.
That's pretty good damage. 29.
Yeah. How do you kill the Demogorgon?
Oh my god.
The same exact way. They didn't even pay to do the animation again. They just changed the color palette, right? To
Got
make it look, the same exact thing. But then when it cuts away, the hand's in the wrong place.
Yep. Got it.
And my fingertips turn black and part of the gauntlet kind of peels away. It looks like it hurt.
All right. Yeah. And the proud princess is thrilled with your exploits of destroying the Demogorgon. And you can easily gather up from what's left enough blood to access the pathway home. And
But will someone help me get up?
well, you're still unconscious. I need you to make a death saving throw, Niles.
Oh, I thought I had another. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're up next. Anyway. So.
Maggie pulls out a healing potion and tips it into Sir Niles's mouth, and then like a cat, strokes his throat to swallow.
Oh. Is this heaven?
So go ahead and roll your 2d4.
Heaven, black, like ash clouds.
I can't see very well.
So yeah, roll your 2d4 plus 2 for your healing there, for your potion.
Okay.
Are you gonna roll it, Celeste?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt your beautiful storytelling. I was just very concerned about my old man who has fallen and couldn't get up.
So you're able to gather enough blood into a vial or something along those lines.
Not a plastic bag. Okay. I mean,
maybe a plastic bag if you've got one, but you do just have an empty vial. What you just dumped down Niall's throat. So.
Oh, true.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Niall. That's another 13.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
Maggie is gonna strip off a piece of her tunic sleeve or her little diaphanous diaphanous sleeve, and actually any blood she puts in the vial, she's going to run through that first to make sure that it is pure in case there's some rule somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I like it. Or
at least collects the dirt and other stuff.
Sure. All right, yeah. So you have gathered what you deem to be sufficient Demogorgon blood, based on her description. And she will lead you.
Do we know what type it is?
Negative.
Oh, negative. Okay.
Very rare. But the universal donor. So hey. Anyway, you guys make your way to the cave. The proud princess leads you to the cave where the flowers grow, and she shows you the flowers and says, "Good luck. My quest leads me elsewhere."
Well, thank you, madam, for your assistance.
And she says, "Of course," and she walks off into the upside down.
Good luck.
Goodbye, lightning lady.
Call your parents. I'm sure they miss you.
You use one of those, like those bullhorns or something to call them. I'm not sure what Sir Niles is talking about.
What? Where are we?
That one got me.
So, you have the flowers and you have the blood.
We push them together.
Cool.
Do we want to leave yet, or do we want to find the Hydra?
Oh, right. That's the Hydra. Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Wherever the flower leads.
Here, Jordan, you want to do the quest? God.
No, she had told you that the Hydra uses the upside down as a means to get to its lair, so that it cannot be tracked. Remember, no one said they'd ever been able to track it. It's because it uses the upside downs as a means of traversal, but that its lair lies on the material plane, and that these plants or how it gets to and from it.
Okay.
It bleeds its own blood onto the plants.
So we should leave.
Yeah, before we do the flower, I'm going to hand my healing potion to Maggie so that she can inevitably use it on Niles.
Got
Yeah, since I used mine on Niles. Okay.
Wonderful.
All right. So, do you go through?
Yes.
As the blood is dripped onto the flower, it blossoms and it seems to grow in size, creating an extra planar gate. Do you go through?
Hell yeah.
You traverse.
Holding hands.
You traverse through the flower, and to come out on the other side, there is another seemingly like flower on the other side. You have now entered into the material plane once again, and you feel the warmth come back to the world. The ability to take a long or short rest, providing healing, has returned. Unfortunately, Sir Niles, Winter's Dark Bite goes from a +4 greatsword back to a +1.
Oh, I feel disappointed and I don't know why.
So, you step out of the oversized flower, and you're actually, the cave kind of where you are, you can see is actually not too far from Sir Tristan's castle. You can see the towers off in the distance. And prints in the dirt make it clear the Thessalhyrda has come this way often, and the tracks lead into the nearby cave.
Ah, we're so close.
Bully.
Bully, what? Tally ho. Chap, right on.
Tris, did you two did you trade some bodily fluids yourselves or something? You're talking really weird and kind of like
That's gross.
Oh,
no. Well,
He is much too young for me.
what? I give you a considering look.
I give you no look at all.
Do you guys tally forth? Or tally ho or sally forth?
Tally ho and sally forth and sally on and.
I do not have much of Helm's favor left for today, so we should be wary.
We could do a short rest. Would that help? Or
It would not.
It would get you your channel divinity back.
I would, but these nerds don't need that.
That's fair.
I would like to get my channel divinity back. Short
If
rest?
we want to rest, we can. This should be the place to do it.
I wouldn't mind sitting a spell.
All right. You guys sit a spell and get the benefits of a short rest. So anybody who'd like to use their hit dice to heal, go ahead and do that.
Okay. Real life Celeste needs to run to take a very, very, very short rest.
Gotcha. Go pee. Fine.
Oh.
That was a long way to say pee.
Yeah, you could have just said it. It would have been way faster. So what do you guys think so far?
I like it. It's very reminiscent of like early D&D games.
Yeah.
You just want to kind of get there and get it done, but it's hilarious and good.
And that's again, I mean, obviously what it's meant to replicate, right?
Mhm.
But it's my only, there's a couple of things where I've had to make assumptions on a lot. Like, if someone bought this as like their first foray into Dungeons and Dragons, like obviously like, oh, there's an old Apple person, and they're like, nah, there's only owl bears, there ain't no Thessalhyrdas. Like, there's a lot that obviously I've done this a bunch, I can improvise this stuff, but if players were like, well, what's their name, or what's this, or what's that, or like, there's no description of like the someone says the apple orchards are to the north. That's it. There's no map. There's no forest. So I was like, all right, there's a forest and there's an orchard and then there's caves, but like that's not detailed anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So like brand new players would ask those questions, like, where is this? And you may have to scramble. I mean, there's notes in the front like just do what makes sense to you, but for people who would possibly be getting this as their first try, I could see how there could be some issue there.
Yeah, and kind of like you said, I was gonna say, kind of like you said, it wouldn't take up much real estate to put that.
No,
it's
it
3
wouldn't.
sentences.
Yeah,
his name is Bertram Smith.
right. Exactly. Yeah.
It could even be like a one page insert like how to cartography. Well, not how to
Well,
make a map and like sort of like on the fly.
There is a whole 2 pages in the back that are just for notes. Like,
Yeah, they
like,
could have really.
they could have used that for content,
someone-
or like
someone's
this
"We
page
have
that's just like there's other D&D adventures. Check them out. Blank page, copyright text. Like there could have been other stuff in here.
They're like, listen, we have 22 pages, but that's not how signatures work. So okay.
Yeah. Also, so Sir Niles, while you're taking
Yes.
your short rest, you find something. A helmet pressed with a helmet, with either stag horns, moose horns, or Kieran antlers. Your choice.
Moose.
Moose. There's a moose helmet for you there.
There's
sir.
a moose on the loose out here. Like,
Look at this marvelous helmet I found. Just lying on the ground.
I look knowingly over at Fissam. Now his helmet is not the biggest.
Your refuse hat. Can't compete
Little-
with my moose horns.
little
All
upset.
right. And Maggie, you remember, you have an extra dimensional, your choice, laboratory, bedroom, or library, accessible from anywhere, but you lost the key.
what about a boudoir? No,
Totally.
I'm just kidding.
If that's what you want, absolutely. Or a mall, whatever you want.
Closet.
Yes, a closet with a moving like
Yep,
Whatever
totally
that
have
is,
it, but you lost the key to get into it.
yeah, okay, yeah. So Maggie's looking at her torn sleeve like, oh, I just wish I could switch this out. I have my extra dimensional closet, and this would have done great.
Oh, you keep your pink elephants in there.
That's it's just the one. It's just the one Thrasher, and he's very sweet. He's now probably completely invisible. I should probably she rips off a part of the other sleeve. Oh, now I'm symmetrical. And puts it on his trunk, like ties a little bow.
Okay.
See, now you know where he is. Or you know where something is. Maybe I just said elephant to make you feel good.
There you go.
Oh, am I seeing some mustache? Like, JB,
I
are
brush
you?
my beard all the time. Yeah.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah, man.
So you guys are at the entrance here. Do you go into the cave, I assume?
Yes,
Yes.
All right.
of course.
So
What
you-
else would we do?
You travel down the cave path, maybe about 50 feet, and it curves to the left. And you can kind of see there's a pathway that goes, or it kind of curves to the left, and then it opens up to the right and to the left. As you look down to the left, you can see that the left-hand side is covered floor to ceiling with web.
With web or wet?
Web.
Okay. Oh, watch it, y'all.
Oh,
And
gross.
to the right, there is what looks to be a 20-foot wide pit. And then you can see, obviously, on the other side.
Does anybody have any ball bearings I want to throw? See if I can hit
What? You'll have to speak up.
it. Are there any rocks on the ground again? Like,
Make me a perception check.
oh, okay. Don't have my rock eyes on. Okay.
No.
14.
As you're looking around for rocks, you notice a hidden doorway to the right of this pit. Seems there's a secret door here.
Ooh.
She lets the others know. He's like, secret door right over there.
See if you can open it.
All right. She casts Mage Hand to open the handle because
Okay.
Maggie's no fool.
You do. You open the door. It leads to
Whoa, it's a
another.
dog.
Yeah.
A dog.
Snowball. Shh.
Yeah. Quiet, Snowball. Anyway, yes. This is about a 10-foot, or I'm sorry, a 50-foot wide hallway that seems to open up into a larger room. Do you go down the hallway?
Do you guys want to go?
Of course.
Or you have to go
we can.
across the 20-foot pit. Well, that's your options.
Oh.
So yeah.
Or the spider room, your pick.
Nope, I'm good with this.
All right, so you guys continue down this hallway, and you see that there are 10 troglodytes in this room.
I think I really liked troglodytes, Mike.
Hey, kid, get another monster manual.
They just got the free card at a convention. That was it.
They seem to, based on the crude idols that you see, worship the Thessalhyrda as though a god. But they don't see you, but they are awake, and you can see there's a path that leads out of the room that they are in to the south.
So the real question here is, do I convince them that I am their god with this hat?
Wait, do you think that was a question? I'm pretty sure that's the solution.
Do you?
Or, well, okay.
Well, that's the option.
There's
Or
Risky
you.
Jordan that's like, well, of course, that's funny. I should do it. And then there's, I don't want to TPK the entire party. So,
Well, there's that, or go across the 20-foot wide pit. Those are your options currently.
Oh, okay.
Well, or deal with them, however you will.
I think you should do it.
Zoinks game. Like, what are we doing, bros?
What? Who is this person? Try it.
Yeah. I will walk forward and press.
Do you want us
digitation.
here, or do you want us hidden
is it-
somewhere?
Are we your entourage?
I don't know.
Should we palanquin you and just put
We
you
are.
like,
No.
We are.
Why don't
pink
you hide? And then if they chase me because this doesn't work, I'll run down the hallway and we can pincer them or something.
That works.
A classic pincer move. All right.
A weak bard on one side and the rest of the party on the other with 10 troglodytes in the middle. And nothing can go wrong with that. It'll be perfect.
All right. Fism, convince the troglodytes you are their god with your fancy troglodyte hat.
So I come in with my fancy hat. I stroke my beard and I do a behold, and I throw like sparks and smoke out of my fingers and things like that. And I'm like, I will lead you to victory. All you must do is but follow me, and the Thessalhyrda shall be pleased. Spark, spark, smoke, smoke.
All right. I'm going to make an insight check for them, and you remember that they don't speak common.
Damn it.
They speak troglodyte. So, let's see how they do.
but in their religion, do people speak in tongues?
Well, he didn't find out, but the main troglodyte leader, he did actually speak common.
Oh.
So you could have convinced him, and he would have totally been chill to like do whatever you guys wanted. But anyway, yeah. So they're very spooked by your display of prestidigitation. But they, as worshippers of the Thessalhyrda, they are a little confused by your hat. Like one or two of them are like, "What's up with the hat?" But the other 8 are like, "Nah, dude, get it together." He's They seem as though they feel you to be a threat.
So I see this across their faces.
Yes, you can discern
I'm
this.
like, okay, this isn't working. And I realize I'm not getting through to them. So I quickly bring my hands together and I cast comprehend languages.
Okay.
And then I repeat,
Verbatim.
not verbatim, but I say, I cleared my throat now and you can hear me. Yes. I shall lead you all to the Thessalhyrda for victory and drinks and laughter. You shall dine in Valhalla tonight. Follow me outside of the cavern. Let's go now.
So, you do all of that, but I will remind you that comprehend languages means you can understand what's spoken, but you can't speak it.
Don't got tongues, my boy.
I will let
right.
you take that back because you would know this as it's your spell.
Okay, then I'll not cast
It lets you understand anything that's spoken and read anything that's written, but you cannot actually speak it.
Damn it.
We all just had a really cool vision of something that might have happened in an alternate reality, though.
Yeah, where you were like 2 levels higher and had tongues. Awesome, but
Well, so this is funny because I'm using the spells that were in the pre-generated character. So in my mind, I'm like, well, surely they chose these spells to be useful in the adventure. But the more we play, the more I'm like, okay. it's a dartboard, and they're just like, "Give the bard this." Okay.
Yeah.
But I've got the hat. That's got to count for something.
Yeah, you definitely saw like 2 were like,
Okay.
oh yeah, all right.
Yeah,
But the
yeah,
other
yeah.
8 were like, stop that. Smack the other ones up the back of the head. You can see where from your current point that they are not buying what you're selling. They haven't taken any action yet, but you get the feeling they're going to. What would you like to do?
I turn around and run out of the room.
All right, you guys hear fast dwarven footfalls running back towards you.
So how do you think it went?
And I'm like, not good. And I cast. I'm like, we need to run. We need to run.
All right.
Trying to think. Well, never mind. I won't say that because it's all happening really fast. So.
Okay, so you guys are running back. You hear the troglodytes running down the cave behind you. You've got at least a 30-foot lead on them. You guys are in the room where there's spider webs or a pit. What would you like to do? That's 20 feet wide. You do get the feeling with some decent athletics scores you could make that jump.
Oh boy.
Not very hard. The books decides that it's a relatively achievable DC, surprisingly, for a 20-foot gap.
Well, shall we try hopping over the pit? Maybe they'll fall down the pit.
Yeah, I could always cast something that would give you damage, but also push you further.
Why is everybody into damaging Niles?
That's all. That's what I'm working. What I'm. It's.
And Fissam, knowing what's behind us because he is like spooked, jumps.
He just jumps. All right, Thistle, make me an athletics check, please.
That is a 13.
You make it.
Sweet.
Yeah, Maggie like takes a couple feet back and then like running jump. Oh, what? I'm sorry. What was I adding? I just heard it. But...
Athletics or strength. If you
there's a
know.
negative. 18.
Maggie leaps across Niles and Triss.
And we've each got our like a handout so we can kind of like try to catch someone if they can't.
Niles is blotting the sweat out of his eyes.
What's your strength, Niles?
I mean, it's pretty good. Oh, why don't you go first?
If you're
show me how it's done.
20, then you can make it anyway. 17.
Triss steers across.
All right, here I go, and he like buckles down and just charges. Okay, 12.
That is the number.
So
you managed to scoop up Snowball and leap across.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're an elephant.
I will say Thrasher came with an 18.
He glided across.
Oh, it's also invisible, so they wouldn't know to hit it anyway.
True.
They'll just have to wait there. Oh,
just a single coupon hanging in the air.
Oh god.
You guys have jumped across the pit, and you hear the troglodytes like on the other side of the pit, but they don't have any weapons or ranged attacks, so they yell and grumble at you for a while.
And Maggie pulls out her coupon book and rips only on Tuesdays, pits, potholes, and more. We'll cover it all, and like throws it into the pit because
one of them jumps in for it. Doesn't know what it is, but jumps in for it.
I mean, it would really improve this room.
And you watch as it dies from taking 21 points of falling damage.
Coupons still good. Coupons are always still good if there's blood on them.
Keep throwing them.
she like flips it, finds it rips. It's a 2-for-1 death. Throws it down.
One of them he rolled a 4. He's going in.
Let's keep going. This could last a while.
Good. Yeah.
He takes 17 points of damage and he dies. 2-for-1 death. Accurate coupon.
Flips. Just pulls out like 5 more it's everything must go lemming sale and throws them down.
These guys don't go. Fissam, you realize the 2 guys that jumped were the ones that bought your that didn't understand the language,
My followers.
but they bought it.
No.
Oh my god.
So,
All right. Well, that's fine. I have
you
plenty more-
guys are now on the other side of the pit. You are entering into a cave, fairly vast in size, to house a creature of some size. But leaping across and yelling and throwing coupons has brought the creature's attention upon you. As you enter in, you see the Thessalhyrda.
Oh, sick.
That's awesome.
I'd like everybody to roll for initiative.
6 for Maggie.
Alright, 6 for Maggie.
It's a big old 5 for Niles.
5 for Niles.
Eat my
2
dust,
for
Celeste.
Triss and Fissam.
8.
8.
I'm old. Stop making fun of me.
I was making fun of Celeste.
Let's
Fun
get-
of Niles.
How dare.
Let's get some Thessalhyrda stats. Hydra got a 17. Thessalhyrda goes first, I think. 6, 5, 8, and 2, right? Well, those are the initiative rolls. So the Thessalhyrda, what can it do?
Tell me, kid, what's your favorite standard? What can you sing, huh?
I have a feeling it can make 8 attacks.
It can't. Mike was that nice. He just threw 25 troglodytes with 3 attacks each. But the Thessalhyrda can only make 2.
Oh, wow.
But it does. You'd think Flurry of Bites would do more than just 1 attack, but it only does the 1.
That's a cute flurry of blows joke.
So you see as it kind of, the central maw sort of like, it begins to almost like it's like hacking up a hairball. But the central maw opens wide and a blob of acidic saliva flies forth at you all. And I would like you each to make a dexterity saving throw as it explodes on the ground in front of you. You'll say it's about 30 feet away from you. The room is significantly larger, plenty of room to go around.
Natural 20. What? Niles?
Okay, Niles succeeds.
10.
10 is a fail.
9.
9 is a fail.
14.
14 is a fail. So everybody but Niles takes 18 points of acid damage.
Oh. Well, Maggie's passed out.
Maggie goes unconscious. Niles, you take 9 points.
Oh my god.
It burned through her silver like show tunes like top. Singing at the mall today. Da-da-da.
All right, that is the Thessalhydra's turn. That was its action. Hopefully it doesn't
Whoa.
get that back next turn. Next up is Fissam.
Fissam will cast Healing Word at 2nd level on Maggie.
All right.
Oh,
She takes 7, 8, 9 healing.
All right, and you still have your action.
That's true. I'm really scared of this guy, so I'm gonna vicious mockery from here and be
Alright.
like, "Oh, gonna spit up another head, maybe." Big lamo makes a wisdom saving throw.
It rolled a natural 20. It was not feeling your your keen insult. Your keen dwarven insult did not take effect.
Great.
Then it is Maggie's turn. Maggie, you are on the ground, but you wake up, and you have your turn.
all right. Maggie's from the ground.
Yep.
Cass she snips 1, 2, 3 and sends a magic missile shooting towards 3 of the heads.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
Go ahead and roll me your missile damage there.
Oh yeah, just it lands. That's right.
Yep. 3d4
one-
plus 3.
So 5.
Mhm.
5. Hell yeah. Oh no.
Hell yeah. Oh, no.
5, 5, and 2 damage.
Wow, that's not bad at all. 12 damage. Yeah, you watch as these magic missiles just blast into this thing. And it does not look happy about that, but it can't do anything else. So, anything else for Maggie?
She spends the rest of her movement standing up and kind of like Ew, no. Like, like getting the slime off.
Gotcha.
But also try not to burn your hands.
Fair. Sir Niles.
All right, Sir Niles is going to take his slightly less shiny sword.
It's
now,
a plus
here.
3 here against the Thessalhydra.
So he's gonna run with his big
Sky.
sword.
Go on, throw it in the pit.
I only want the plus 4 in the upside down.
I get 60% off at Cinemark. I'm never coming back here again. Like,
So first off, I'm gonna cast Wrathful Smite as a bonus action.
what does it look
Boom,
like?
boom. And then so my
Yeah,
sword
what does it look
glows
like?
a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay. And so I think as this is happening, I go, by the power of all that is good and right, you shall be felled, you horrible beast. And like just white energy encases this sword. And I'm running. I'm kind of doddering across the cave. Here we go. All right. Okay. Here we go. Let me see. Nice. Will an 18 hit?
It will.
Okay. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and can I put a smite on top of this? Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna smite with
That's
this.
4d6 plus 2d8.
Yes.
Gotta love paladins.
I'm palading it up. Okay, that's pretty good. 8, 12, 14, 17 plus 8 is 25 plus 5 is gonna be 30 points of damage.
All right. Well,
I want to stick my sword right in its open, nasty mouth.
well, you do, but now that you've moved within range, it's going to use a legendary action to tail swipe you.
Oh no, Niles, my boy.
21. So that's going to hit. Where's my d12? Here it is. So you are going to take 10 points of slashing damage, and you are grappled by the pincer tail.
Whoa.
Yeah. Because you can see that its tail is a pincer.
Niles was like, what? What?
So you are grappled. That doesn't actually, you just can't move. Your movement speed is 0.
Where is the ground?
I
demand you release me.
You're not raised up, but yeah. That is it for Sir Niles. Oh, and it has to do a thing. Wrathful Smite. It's a wisdom. That might not have hit, actually. It's a wisdom save, right?
Yes.
Ooh, wait. That's an 8.
Yes! So it is frightened of me.
So it was frightened of you from the attack, so hold on. That was a 14. So it actually did not hit you with the tail pincer.
Wait, how much damage was that? That was
10.
10. Okay. All right. So give myself back 7.
Tris.
I'm a scary man.
And it is frightened, I think it's just, that's it.
Yeah, and yep, it makes a save at the end of.
I don't think it makes a save.
As an action, the creature can make a wisdom check against
A
your
wisdom
spell.
check, not a saving throw,
As an
and
action.
it's an action.
Whoa, paladins!
Yeah, dude, I've been telling you this for years. Anyway, Tris, if by broke you mean the best class ever, whatever.
Broken.
So good. Yeah.
I'm gonna move 30 feet off, like to away.
To a
however
side.
far I can get in.
Yeah, you can get 30
just
feet
away
off.
so that we don't clump up together.
Smart.
I'm going to use Preserve Life. Healer, heal thyself. I'm going to put 6 points into me, Tris. Hello. And then I see Niles is right up there, but I also Maggie literally died. So I'm going to give Niles 5 hit points and Maggie 4 hit points.
I
Gotcha.
feel so strong.
And then I'm going to bonus action use Spiritual Weapon.
Nice.
That's my final 2nd level spell.
All right. Well, it gets to attack, so
It does. It would help if I could use my keyboard. 22.
yeah.
Roll very well. That is going to be 7 points of damage.
Alrighty. The hot Thessalhyrda.
And it is a gauntlet.
Oh, okay.
A gauntlet appears and just blasts into the side of it.
It is bloodied, the Thessalhydra.
Yes.
But it's the Thessalhydra's turn.
No.
Does it get its acidic saliva attack back? It does not. All right. That's fine. So it's gonna take its attacks frightened at you, Sir Niles, as you're in its face. And
Fair.
it can't actually move anywhere near your party because it's frightened.
Yes, fight me.
On guard.
Well, that is a 10.
Oh.
And then that was its maw attack. This is its flurry of bites. Oh, nope, that's gonna be an 8. So it misses.
It's pair of bites.
Uh-huh. Alright, so that was end of its turn.
You're not the first Hydra I've fought, young Hydra.
Fissam.
I'm going to be inspired. Words.
You got this, Fissam. We believe in you.
I'm gonna use bardic inspiration on Niles,
Alright.
Yes.
and so I'm like, Niles, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. And I'm so
Thank-
inspired by you that I'm gonna rush in with my rapier and slash at the Hydra.
Alright, let's get that rapier slash.
Ooh.
Can get into my dice tray. Okay. No, that is an 8.
It misses. It's 2.
Well, and I turn to Niles and I'm like, you make it look so easy. And I was like,
Yes, this is an old man's game.
Alright, at the end of that, it's gonna now use a legendary action to tail swipe at disadvantage. That is gonna be... Oh, okay, that's better. That's a 22 against you, Sir Niles.
Yes.
You are gonna take 14 points of slashing damage, and you are grappled.
Oh, owie. I say, put me down.
And it just kind of is like, "Ah!" with his big maw, dripping acid.
You're gross.
Ah! Maggie, it's your turn.
Sir Niles grappled by the pincers or
Yeah,
the
the pincer.
yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, Maggie's gonna run up and stand like above, Niles and try to like protect him as and like sneep, and then cast level 2 burning hands straight up into the Thessalhydra's, I'm gonna say butt area.
All right, yeah, right up the butt.
Right in the
Burning
butt.
hands up the butt.
Yep.
That is another natural 20, so half damage.
God, are you kidding?
Celeste knows. She plays with me all the time.
It's horrible. It's a curse.
Okay.
I
It's a
roll
curse.
notoriously high.
It's just when I'm here.
It's just been okay.
I
All right,
usually
so it's
kill
gonna
Celeste pretty often.
Yeah.
takes a big old 6.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. It takes it. It's not happy about it, but it...
Makes like a weird noise, like well, yeah.
Let's see. It...
but
it's gonna make a Thessalhydra. It's gonna make a pincer attack against you, Sir Niles, but legendary action. But it's got you grappled, so it can't attack anybody else with it.
Nice.
So it's gonna
Good.
try to just crunch you a little bit. Nope, that's a 14.
Yo,
Too frightened.
my armor's too tough.
All right, then Sir Niles.
You fiend. So I will go ahead and I'll still just hit it from my grappled spot, and I think I am out of
3
fancy
slots.
trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, I will go ahead and just pop off a channel divinity
Okay.
with my action. So I'll just, and my sword will flare up, and I'm like, I'm coming for you.
Okay.
And and I guess I'll
Soon.
Next turn.
I'll just yep,
All right.
because that's an action.
Yes,
Yes.
it is. All right. So then after Sir Niles is Triss.
Well, everyone else is chest to chest with this thing. So my bonus action is going to move the spiritual weapon kind of up out of everybody's way and then punch at it.
Yeah.
13.
13 misses, unfortunately.
Okay, so it misses. And then I am going to move forward and oh man. I'm actually not going to move forward. I'm going to instead look at my companions and I'm going to use my last spell slot, hoping no one goes down, and cast Bless on the 3 of them.
Oh, nice. D4 on attack rolls and saving throws.
To attack rolls and saving throws.
Let's turn those misses into hits.
And then after I do that, I'm going to back up a little more, like off to the side, so that it doesn't hit me and make that drop.
Fair. Good call. All right. Thessalhyrda turn.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
It gets its acid spit back.
No.
And you 3 are all clumped up right next to it.
But I'm in its bits. Is
Yeah.
it gonna acid itself?
No, it is immune to acid damage.
You know, like how you can drink your own pee, Celeste?
Zing.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
I would like
That's
you
why I brought it
all
up.
to make me a dexterity saving throw, please. Do not forget your D4s.
What if I didn't need it? No, I'm just teasing. 22.
Okay,
Or
succeed.
25.
That is a 19.
Success.
11.
Oh,
Ooh.
all
With
right.
your D4?
With the D4?
Yep.
All right, Sir Niles and Maggie, you take 9 points of acid damage.
Oh,
Fissum, a big 18.
I am at 1 point.
And that is the Thessalhydra's turn. Fissum.
Death save.
Oh, you're down?
All right, yeah.
I mean, question mark? or-
That's a 4.
That's 1 failure. All right, Maggie.
Oh.
Would you consider
That'd be an
drinking a
action to give him a potion.
So my full turn?
Well, just your action, yeah, which would probably be your full turn, I guess.
Yeah,
Level
Maggie's gonna pop up the cork and drink that potion.
Oh, for you to use it, it's a bonus action. To give it to somebody else, it's an action.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Well, no.
So I dangle it in front of his mouth, and then I just
If you were gonna do it, if you were gonna do it to yourself as an action, you know you're doing it as a bonus.
No, I'm gonna give it to
Boo, peer pressure.
You don't have to. Don't feel like
you don't have to. No, do whatever.
No, she
You do
throws
you.
it, she throws it down her throat and she's like, "You get your ass up."
All right, Fissum, you heal 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
You want me to roll it? Or are you rolling it, Maggie?
You roll it.
All right,
I
well that
heal
is
4, 5, 6.
all right. Then, you got legendary attacks again. Here
We got one more healing potion on. I think JB, you got it.
Yeah,
No, I have one.
So, Sir Niles, here comes.
Oh yeah.
I need you, sir, to make me a concentration check for your Wrathful Smite.
Oh no.
It's a Constitution saving throw, DC 10.
Okay, yeah, I made it.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Well, here comes the second attack.
Oh.
Well, that's a 2. Never mind.
I have 1 hit point.
Sir Niles, it is your turn.
Oh my god. Okay, so with this, I am going to just stab my sword down into this thing that's holding me like, let's go.
Bless.
Don't forget the D4 for bless.
You got this.
Okay. All right, and I have like plus.
You also have inspiration if you need it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right,
That's a
that'll be a 19 to hit.
That hits. Roll good.
All right. Can I add my can I add my bardic to damage, or is that
Only for
Valor?
Valors.
No. Okay. All right. So that's gonna be 11 plus.
I wish I had a nickel
3.
for every time I heard that question on a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Okay, that is going to be 14 points of damage.
How would you like to kill the Thessalhydra?
Oh my god! I
Work makes the dream work.
Okay. All right. So I think Sir Niles is just like, Fiend, no, not today. You will not take me down. I have lived so long and I intend to keep doing it. And I'm just going to bring it down and lop off like its tail that's holding me. So it like flops around on the ground and I'm like, not today. And I'm going to and like shove my sword just into this thing repeatedly.
Oh God.
All right, you guys have defeated the Thessalhyrda. In the room next door is the Thessalhydra's
Mother.
yes. This turns out this is
child.
This is actually a Beowulf tale, and this was just Grendel. Grendel's mom is worse. No, is the Thessalhydra's like little mini treasure hoard. In this area, you will find coins, gems, and artwork. It'll be Incredible Hulk #1, worth 1,000 gold pieces,
Wow.
Whoa.
plus a magic item of my choice. Let's flip to the back and find the magic items. Or maybe past, I went too far. Here, wait, almost there. Nope, that's monsters. Magic items, got it. Okay. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
I think Sir Niles might
The
be
whole
my favorite
chart?
character. Sorry.
Uh,
The whole what?
There is, in here, a set of gauntlets that would bestow upon oneself the power of an ogre.
Ooh.
So whoever wants them, that's
I
a
mean,
thing.
Fissum.
I love ogre gauntlets.
Wait, what if you wore just one? Would it give you the power of half an ogre?
Unfortunately, they're designed in such a way where that doesn't work that way.
God, okay.
You know what?
What if
Young
you were
lad.
twins, so you technically had the same DNA?
Mhm.
Maybe.
Wow.
No,
If we
that's-
get if we get to that, maybe.
If we get there, okay.
When we get to
Fix
that part.
Is
You
that one
have-
of those magic items that it like sets your strength to 19 or something when you put them on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will go Fissum. I am an old man. You are young and new to this life of adventuring. If you need these gauntlets to go out there and do good things, you should have them, my boy. I'm gonna pat
Thank you. I mean,
And if you don't want them, Maggie can use them to carry more coupons.
I think I will start a competitive ring of arm wrestling and see how well I do.
All
There you
right.
go.
and
Good
you
plan.
Wrestled
Maggie-
by obvious magic.
You see Maggie taking out what now appears to be a magic pen and writing down a like Wednesday nights arm wrestling competition in her coupon book.
So, with this, I will say you guys are able to leave easily enough. Also, the troglodytes that you did not kill all of them, the other ones, they now worship you as their new god.
Wow.
Because
there
you
you go.
defeated
did
their
it.
old god.
You
Um,
made it.
I did nothing during that entire fight. But he has the hat. He must be our leader.
they more, I guess it would be more of the four of you as a pantheon.
Yeah, there you go.
They worship the group of you as their new god. And you are able to make your way back to Sir Tristan's castle, where you are welcomed as conquering heroes. You are showered with gifts. You are each granted your extra 100 gold pieces. He stuffs the Thessalhyrda heads above his throne, and he will grant you each a boon of your choosing as long as it is within his power to do so. And that
Huzzah!
is the conclusion of the Stranger Things adventure book, Hunt for the Thessalhyrda by DM Mike Wheeler.
Yay!
So, thank you so much for playing, and all of you guys who hung around for almost 4 hours, all 20 plus of you that have been here from the start. Thank you so much for watching. This was a really fun time. I guess we'll go around the horn and get where everybody's from, but before I do that, now that we've done the whole thing, we kind of talked about it a little bit when Celeste disappeared, but general thoughts on the adventure?
It does really have that feel of like a kid wrote it, and like from the overpowered swords to him favoring certain classes over others kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like but what was the girl and the Demogorgon? Was that just like a weird side quest, or was there
that's part of it. It's just like you have to go into the cursed labyrinth, and from there you find the knight, and he gives his riddles that gets you to the upside down. And then then once you're there, it does say you could try and hunt down like creatures. You could try to, if you don't want to spill your blood, you could try and track down the Demogorgon. But it's already stalking the group, so like if you flub it a couple times, it gets surprise on you. My biggest disappointment, I'd say, in all of this is the Demogorgon is just a troll, like stat-wise, like a 5th edition troll. So like if you don't do fire or acid damage to it, it gets regen, but that's like, and it has advantage on attacks if you don't have full HP, but that's all it is. It's a base troll with advantage on attacks. If you don't have full hit points. So I feel like it could have been a little cooler. Oh, and it has blind sight, right? Because it doesn't have eyes. But I feel like it could have been cooler.
Yeah.
I did like the going into another plane though, like for a bit and then coming back, like not just like ending there and then being like, and then you make your, like it was kind of like, we have to get back. How do we get back? Like after we do the thing we need to.
I mean, I thought it was done. It was, like I said, it did feel like it was crafted by a kid. The fact that the proud princess, who's very clearly 11, does not have any stats and is just like super badass, and it's like, I don't want to deal with you guys, but okay, fine, I will.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you all the exposition you need to know.
The super helpful NPCs are what got me. I loved it.
One after another. I've got a different piece
lie.
of information for you. Yeah.
Like, I'm here to tell you owlbears are involved. Wink. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Oh, here's the Troglodyte art.
Nice.
Yeah. Very nice.
Even though they don't have weapons, I mean, they did in older editions. But all right, here's the Demogorgon.
Yeah. I thought it was giving us the finger.
I thought so too.
Okay.
Here's the Thessalhyrda map, right? So there's not a ton of art in here. There's the upside down, which is just trees.
Oh. It's the open. Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's good. Like I said, my biggest complaint is I think there's a couple of small issues I have. Like, why, like, people who are getting this, I think, are clearly, you gotta be like, I'm a D&D fan, we're D&D fans, but like most people are gonna pick this up are gonna be Stranger Things fans who want to get into what they saw on the show. So the fact that the characters aren't even just named after the characters that they played in the show, right? So that's something simple. The fact that it is only one level, like we did the whole adventure, that's the whole book. So if you bought this, what we just did, you're done. Like, you have no other material unless you go and create your own, and you're limited with the couple magic items and monsters in this book. The character sheets, the pre-gens, only go up to level 5 and not past that. And this book has no class information. So, I mean, I guess it's a money grab in that way to get you to buy the player's handbook and to go on from there.
Which some of that stuff's online for free too.
Yeah. So
I feel like they would have had like 2 adventures because there's season 1, season 2. Like, you might as well
season 3, which is like I mean, the fact that it's the same price and is touted to more or less be the same thing as the Lost Mines of Phandelver one, which is a level 1 to level 4 adventure with hooks to get you to keep playing.
There's a lot of stuff in Phandelver.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, Phandelver is really good.
Yeah, it's a really good. I mean, I've ran it.
Like, it really ties your characters in. Like, I didn't feel like my bard was part of this world at all. Like,
the fact that
I mean, he was, but like I was saying earlier, how the spells that they chose for this bard didn't actually apply to the campaign. And you would think that it would be like somebody who's new would just be like, oh, like,
I'm gonna cast comprehend languages.
Comprehend languages, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, Phandelver is very well done. I've ran it probably 50 times, so I know it very well. It has a breadth of monsters, right, Phandelver, to get you all those different itches. It's also tied into the lore of the Forgotten Realms. This is generic setting where we have like a guy in a town with no name, by the way. Like,
oh wow,
it's like it's
and a horse with no name.
Yeah, it's all very, like, again, written by a kid, But
Mhm.
if this is your first foray into D&D, like, I don't know, you might want a little more meat. Or like,
Yeah.
here's a hook for the next adventure for your party to go on. You guys all level up to level 4. That happens at the end of the adventure, but it's like, cool. Now what?
What was it called? The Flurry of Bites? That
Yes.
Thessalhyrda. I do wish there had been. I mean, obviously we're using D&D Beyond too, so but like could have like had some optional like 80s it up, like slap by slap bracelets, or like do like something like get scrunchy, like just go full on like.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I chose a character just so I could make puns constantly.
I don't disapprove at all. I mean, the fact that like I was all pumped because I read like it gives you a sampling of monsters, but it's just the sampling of monsters from that's in Fandelver with the Demogorgon and the Thessalhyrda. Like, there's a young green dragon in here, and I was like, the fuck did he put in this adventure for 1 level? But it's just random monsters. The spell lists for the characters, right? So you have just the spell list. But yeah, I don't know. Rage Cage Rugger, there, you asked if it's good for playing with kids who've never played before. I mean, it's fun and lighthearted. I don't feel like you guys were ever really in too much danger. I mean, I roll pretty well, so I can't argue with that. But like both enemies had like 60 hit points. So like, they're challenge rating 4 with 60 hit points. They can do some damage, but when you give someone a greatsword that's +3 or +4 versus the enemies, like, I mean, the only other person who could use it would have been the ranger, and the ranger was dex based, so it was very clearly
really
designed to be for the paladin.
Yeah.
But had you guys tried to haggle and ask for more money too much and get too greedy with Sir Tristan, he doesn't give you the bags of holding, the potions, or the sword.
Wow. Okay.
So
I actually like that.
So it rewards just taking what you've been given. Okay.
pretty much. I mean, they say within reason, like, you could haggle, and they have each of you can individually choose to haggle. So, like, Triss could have said, I want 100 gold, and Sir Niles could have been like, 150, and, and gone up from there.
No,
A jelly of the month club. Okay.
Yeah. But Rage Cage, I would look for coming out, I think, in July. There are 2 books that are basically young adventurers guides. There are 2 modules. One is, I think, a guide to monsters and classes. It's basically 2 books made by Wizards of the Coast that are designed for younger players. So
the Jim is Up ones.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, wasn't it An Ogre and His Cake?
Yes.
Isn't that the name of the adventure?
Yep.
That one's actually not bad.
Yeah, the DM's Guild. There's a couple of good ones out
All
there.
the way to teens. It's okay.
And Rage, hello, thank you for watching. I would also suggest any of the adventures from Rolled and Told magazine from Lionforge. It's like a comics / adventure magazine. I've run a couple, and yeah, they're great for kids, especially first timers. So yeah, I go for that.
Right, and they had to have obviously Troglodytes and Demogorgon because it's Stranger Things, so like we had to have that. But like no one could cast Fireball other than a rocket launcher that was gifted by.
And the potions clearly should have been like Diet Coke or Pepsi or something, like like.
Really
here's
leaning
this
into
mysterious red and white can, it's blue, red now.
So
Too many troglodytes.
Yeah,
I was like, there needs to be a variety of monsters here. I mean, I guess there were owlbears, but we never
there was
fought
a singular owlbear, and I think
just the one.
Just the one, and 3 spiders, and that was it. Yeah, it's all troglodytes. That cave that you were in, there were the 3 giant spiders in the webs. Oh, there was an ochre jelly. You guys didn't go that way. There was a shallow puddle that ripples, and if you step into it, it's an ogre jelly. So, or an ochre jelly rather. So that was it. Thessalhyrda, Demogorgon, Troglodytes.
Ogre jelly sounds terrifying.
Yeah, an ogre jelly.
Does it like form?
Now that's a thing that's gonna happen in one of my games. But yes, an ochre jelly, 3 giant spiders, 1 owlbear, and a butt ton of troglodytes.
So many.
Yeah, I would like to see more homebrew stuff, like the Thessalhyrda.
Yeah, I kind of expected there to be more crazy shit like that in the cave after we took the flower.
Yeah.
Like interesting takes on troglodytes or spiders or whatever.
No, there's three spiders that if you don't bother them, they don't bother you. And there's literally nothing in there, so there's no reason to go. It was 3d10 falling damage if you fell in the pit, but there's already a safety rope in there, so you can climb back out.
I almost lit the web on fire because I had multiple fire spells, but I was just like, as a distraction. So I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd kind of echo what everybody said, but in the chat is saying, like, it should have been longer. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's a good, but like also you're starting everybody at level 3. So like you couldn't, I mean, if you're an Adventure League guy or gal, you couldn't even do it because you start at level 3. So
I would have liked to see a level 1 and a level 2 adventure, even if they're small.
Yeah,
Just something
yeah.
to be like, here's the kingdom, or here's the problem.
Sure.
Like, you get rumors of the Thessalhyrda. Why is this,
the apple orchard, apples taste bad, right? And you go investigate.
Oh, there are blights here. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Because it's assumed you guys, like, it even states, like, you guys have adventured for Sir Tristan before. You've done all these things. Like, let us do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Final thoughts? Anything anybody else want to say?
Does it feel like a cheap cash grab? Or is it something that's actually cool for collectors and stuff?
I mean, I'm keeping it as a collector's piece. I've got 2 minis, right? My other tiniest complaint is it's the exact same dice from the starter set. Like, they didn't even change the dice and the color. Like, you couldn't have given us, Stranger Things colors, or, like, give us 80s pastel, every die is a different color, like an old school set of, like, AD&D dice.
Yeah.
A lightning bolt is the 20. Yeah.
Something, right? Give us something cool. Like, I've got 2 Demogorgon minis. One is painted, one is not. Why did I get 2? I don't know. Like, why do they come with...
the other one?
I guess, but, like, I don't know. Like, they gave you 2. You only need 1. So that's cool, but I don't think, like, the same boring set of blue dice and these 2 minis... Like, I would rather have 1 mini and longer adventure. Yeah, light bulbs, like you're saying, with Christmas lights, red and black. It's $24, right? That's the price of this box. So is Lost Mines of Phandelver. If you're asking me as a D&D player, I'd say get Lost Mines of Phandelver, because it's a better adventure.
Oh, for like a new DM or something that's like looking to get into this hobby, I would definitely recommend that over this one. Yeah.
And I mean, even just in general, if you're looking for a new adventure and you're seasoned, like, this is a cool piece. Like, it's a cool piece on my shelf. Like, I got it because of what it was. But I think unless they plan to release future books to continue this story, it's kind of a one-shot and that's it. Like,
But even then, it depreciates in value because you're having to invest more to get the same amount as Lost Mines of Phandelver.
Correct.
People play that for months.
That's
Like,
true.
Up to level 4, people get 10 sessions out of it.
Yeah, I ran it the first time I ran it all the way through. It was like 10 to 12 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
This is basically also even states in there that it can be run in one night. So,
Which we proved.
yes,
But maybe that's something different for it too. Like on the plus side,
yeah, I
people,
guess.
I was like, I have enough time for, I mean, I know there's the DM's Guild and there's hundreds of, I mean, we have the Mistress of Modules with us right now,
Yes.
going over all of these wonderful.
Plug.
Thank you for your service.
But to other people, like it might be, well, I only have one night for D&D, so let's try it out. And we like Stranger Things. Let's give it a shot. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's clearly what it's designed for, but you know,
The family, that wants to dip in.
Or it needed more tie-ins to the show. I feel, other than just the Demogorgon and Upside Down.
yeah,
Like the character you need to play Will the Wise or whatever, and you need to play those characters that they made in the show.
yeah, or have like the fantasy town like that you're in be the town, like the
like he
NPCs.
modeled the fantasy town over his own town. So
so it's Sir Tristan isn't Sir Tristan, it's like there's the constable in the fantasy town, and like you have that, so you have that tie-in. That would have been cool. That would have been a good call. I did see a lot of people.
Son has gone missing.
Right, help.
Yeah.
Exactly. I had I had some people comment on the YouTube video that a bunch of people were saying they think it's just like a cash grab, and they're like, "Oh, it's just the starter set again. This is useless for me." I don't know. Would I recommend it if you're a huge Stranger Things fan, then and you've got $25 to spare? Sure, but I'd say like I said, get the starter set. You'd be happier as a general rule for new DMs, people wanted to get into it. Plus, like that starter rulebook, I think actually has sections on classes. I think, if I recall, like it has the base stuff for like rogue and fighter, and that like it has a build out for several levels of that in there. So like you can go beyond with what you have in just that piece of material. But if this does well, this will probably open up the potential for crossovers with other series, potentially. I could see that being a thing. I don't know what it would be, but like other D&D, like D&D X other product. I don't know.
I'm sure Rick and Morty one is happening.
Yep, you're probably right. So
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
yeah. All right. Well, anyway, let's just go around the horn and say who we are, where we're from, and we'll bring this wonderful night to a close. So Celeste, you're on my top left here. Tell people who you are.
Hi, everybody. My name is Celeste Konowich. If you want to just follow me, all the stuff I do out in the world, follow me on Twitter at @ckonowich, where you can find me right here on this very channel. I run a show called Mistress of Modules. So you can follow us on Twitter at Mistress of Mods. And so we will be back not tomorrow, but the week after that with a brand new module that we're featuring. And we have some people here that are going to be also featured with me. So both Jordan and JB will be joining me for that episode coming up next Sunday. That's a show where we play through short form modules. So if you do need things for your table that are very short, watch the show, and you have some great recommendations. We just finished one up that Jen wrote, The Experiments of Dr. Skulldile. So everybody here, Mistress of Mods, strong love. If you also want to hear me on anything else, check out my podcast, Venture Maidens, which is an actual play D&D podcast. I'm the DM for that show. Find us at Venture Maidens or wherever podcasts are free. And that's me at Konowich.
All right. And Jordan, what about you?
My name is Jordan with a silent PH in the middle, and I make YouTube videos on Dungeons and Dragons lore, Forgotten Realms lore. I've even done a few videos on Eberron lore. So if you're like baffled, I kind of started the whole process because it was like, how can we help dungeon masters? There's so much Forgotten Realms lore. So how can we help dungeon masters out there to just dive in and dungeon master and understand what's happening with the elves and the dwarves and all the different gods and stuff. So I do that. If you are interested in anything else I do, you can follow me on all of the things with Jordan with a silent PH in the middle. So that's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. And then I also do a podcast called the Saturday Morning D&D Show, and we stream that live Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And so you can catch us there. Search YouTube for the Saturday Morning D&D Show, and you can see that we're going to do a live show tomorrow. So
there you go. JB, what about you?
I am Drop the Die. You can find me everywhere, including dropthedie.com. I basically write D&D modules, and I do product reviews for tabletop stuff. Dice trays, dice, bags, all kinds of stuff, including now adventure paths and modules and stuff like that. I'm getting into that sphere. So if you have any requests, anything you want to see, any product you're not sure you want to buy, come on, send me a message. My DMs are open, and I'll see about getting it and telling you how it is and if it's worth your money, which a lot of them aren't, and some of them very much are.
Yeah, you can actually see I reviewed one of JB's modules that he released on the DM's Guild. It's the Opus of Elemental Substance.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it. All right. Yeah, so I did a review of it. It's really good. There's 5 spells. For whatever reason, that's my one thing that I don't like to homebrew so much. And those were good. I looked at them; they're pretty balanced, all told. So
that's what freaked me out when I started the PDF. Was I was reading other people's work, and some of them will be like, oh, 3rd level spell, you summon a fire dragon. It's a CR 13, I get an ancient dragon. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took me a really long time trying to make them actually balanced and not crazy. So
Yeah. No, it's good. And I do have some of your other ones that I actually bought before we even started talking. But I have like the notice board stuff and a handful of those, which I will get to reviewing. I just have about 15 in front before I get to there.
100,000. I have two 55-gallon tubs full of stuff that I need to review too, so I can't cast any judgment.
Yep. All right. And Jen, who are you and what can we...
I mean, I thought I was going to figure out today, but I guess not. My name is Jen Vaughn. I am a narrative designer for Very, Very Spaceship. And I also write and draw for D&D adventure modules, like my first one, The Adventures of Dr. Skulldile.
Yeah.
I've also got some paper crafts that I've taught with the D&D Girls Club that's here, Ethan Schoonover. And I am on a podcast as well, family friendly, all women D20 Dames podcast, so you can listen anywhere with anyone. And Kat Kruger, our DM there, also puts a lot of our adventures up on the guild for people to play. And on Saturdays at 11 a.m., I play Dragon Heist, Waterdeep Dragon Heist with the Pretty Pixel crew on Twitch. So you can watch me play an Entomancer on Saturday mornings. So
very
thank
cool. Yeah. And the second, by the way, for those who are wondering, second episode of Experiment with Dr. Skulldile will come out tomorrow on YouTube. It's already edited and uploaded. I just don't feel like releasing it at midnight, so I'll release it tomorrow morning. And I will rebroadcast. Yes, yeah. And I will rebroadcast this Stranger Things one shot immediately after. So if you want to watch it again, it'll be there where you can watch us get trinkets for an hour and deal with orchards that don't actually leave. So anyway, my name is Ted. This is Nerd Immersion. This is my channel. As Celeste said, she runs a show here on Sunday. I will be running a show on Monday night. I alternate between Princes of the Apocalypse and Rise of Tiamat, which Celeste is also on. Rise of Tiamat is off this week, so Princes of the Apocalypse will be this coming Monday. Tuesday is the last Tuesday of the month, I think. Is it? Is it? It is. Yeah. So
calendar hubris. Okay.
So that means it's time for Evil Game. So this will be episode 15 of our homebrew Evil campaign that I get to be a player in. And now two of us are wanted by the law. One for questioning, one for child murder. So, that's a thing. So we'll see how we deal with that in a town where you can't use magic, and both of us that are wanted are casters. So it'll be fun. And let's see what happens. Wednesday is It Builds Character, where I build characters from pop culture and from everything. Then I got some suggestions. I'm going to be doing one live at Gen Con with Jordan. We're going to be building characters from what am I looking for? American Gods. Thank you. Wow, I was going to get there.
Awesome.
I was going to get there. And this week I'm trying to replicate the Bloodstorm Blade Prestige class from 3.5 Tome of Battle in 5e. And then Thursday is PAX East, where I will be there running around at PAX East doing interviews and visiting with friends, and it'll be a good time. So if you're there, come find me. I'll have Nerd Immersion enamel pins to give out. So that'll be fun. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was a very long-winded outro by myself. But anyway, we'll see you next. If they make a second one, we'll bring these characters back, and we'll do it again.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, so anyway, have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.